You know what? You know what? Let's just start the show early, because why not? Hello. It's Saturday night, and I kind of feel a little weird. I don't know. Didn't sleep too good last night. Feel a little weird, but you know what? The show must go on. We got to continue where we left off. So for those that happened to miss yesterday's stream, this is part 2. We were planning to do this all yesterday. We rate your streams, we give out some prizes, yada, yada, yada. If we ran long, we would spill it in today. Unfortunately, I had to cancel the stream early yesterday. Little guy got his childhood vaccinations. He had a minor allergic reaction. We had to take him to the doc. He's all good now. Everything's good. It's just more the daycare was freaking out more than he actually was sick. So we're just going to continue where we left off. If you want to win that spool of Polymaker filament that we would have normally given away yesterday, the entries are back open. So if you already entered yesterday, you don't need to re-enter. But if you didn't enter yesterday, you're in luck. You get another chance. And then also, for the winners of the best and worst, there will be a prize of a spool of Polymaker filament, your choice. And also you get to pick anything off the Only Benchy store. Do you want a hat? Do you want a jacket? Right, I don't think I have a jacket. You get to pick anything off the Only Bench. One item, just one. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, I'm here to see if my printers live in the ghetto. So I've got 2 minutes because I reopened the contest for those that didn't enter. So you got 2 minutes to enter. So in the meantime, Mandalorian armor update. So for those that don't know, I'm currently building a set of Mandalorian armor, and I'm kind of learning as I go. But we got to the point now where my gloves are kind of done. So I've got the gauntlet. I still got to finish, but got the little. So this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to do like a textured finish on these. So this is bed liner. So basically it's ABS. I sand it really quickly because ABS sands so nice. Sand it, bed liner, paint it, wash it, done. And you can't see any layer lines in there really. And it's got like kind of like a beaten metallic finish to it. And I'm using metallic paint. And it just held on with Velcro. So there you go. These are gardening gloves that I hit with a lighter to kind of give some burn marks on it where I would think there would be burn marks on it. So yeah, but this is bed liner. This one, I'm going to go back to using this material. This is chip guard. So it's like a asphalt based like rock chip guard you spray underneath your car to prevent like rock chips, I guess. This is thinner. So this hides the layer lines more, but as you can see, it doesn't really get into the nooks and crannies. This goes in the nooks and crannies a lot better. So that's what we're going to do. These are the toe caps. So these were the tests. I've done the shoulder pieces as well. But it's great because you don't have to sit there and get it to a mere finish. Like I literally sand it with 220 grit for a couple minutes to get it flat, and then hit it with the spray, and then let that dry, hit it with some paint, let that dry, accent, wash, done. Easy peasy. My mic is cutting out. There we go. How do we enter? If you haven't entered, it's too late, but there's a channel on the Discord. So let me close it off because it is 8 o'clock. So you cannot send messages, send messages in threads, embed links, attach files, add reactions. You can still add reactions. Save changes. There we go. Okay. So there we go. Entries are closed. Okay. And I think I missed one. Did I miss something? Why is it? Somebody give some memberships? Or is it just bugging out? Is it bugging out? I think it's bugging out. Yeah. I don't think anyone gifted memberships. I don't see anything. Let me fix that. Overlay, refresh cache. There we go. Okay. Is kid okay? Yep, kid's fine. He got his like 4-year-old booster shots, like his normal 4-year-old vaccine booster shots that all kids get. And he had a minor allergic reaction where he got like a little rash. So the daycare was freaking out more than they actually, like, he's fine. Like, he just got some over-the-counter stuff and he's already fine. So yeah, so that's what I've been working on. I'm hoping to get a good chunk of it done, at least all the simple stuff. Because don't forget, the first week of August, unfortunately, there will be no streams. I may bring a printer on vacation and do an unboxing in the woods. We might try that. We'll see. So, what are we doing today? Oh yeah, let's give away some stuff. So, where we left off. So, on yesterday's stream, we had gone through, we started going through, we only got about 45 minutes in. I have, again, how this works is anything that stands out as either a potential best or a potential worst, I just take a picture of it, I throw it in a file, and then once we get through everyone, I'll go through and I'll squish it down to like 5 or 6 from each side, and then I'll let you guys do the final vote. If we do not finish, I'll try and do a stream tomorrow. So that's where we're at. So yeah, so shout out to Polymaker for sponsoring some of the prizes for today. Shout out to Only Benchies if you want some Only Benchies merch, exclamation mark merch in chat. If you want to help support the channel, links in the description. Consider becoming a member or donating. It helps a lot. Basically, it allows me to do the things I do and create the content I create. So speaking of content, let's go back to using you guys as content. So, I think the last one we did was Sasabi here because he had a very good soon-to-be printer setup, but he doesn't have a functional printer. So I can't rate your printer setup if it's not a printer, but it's a good setup for building your printer. So that's where we left off. Do we get 2? No, only 1 per stream. I didn't ask about that, so I'm not gonna do that. Unless if somebody from Polymaker wants to allows me to do 2 on the stream, we'll do that. But I like giveaways, but I don't want to be a giveaway streamer. So, wrong button, right button. Okay, so Mike Thomas, still using the infamous ANET A8, very cobbled together enclosure to print ABS. However, is mostly finished printing parts with a 1.8, so it is printing ABS. So, we got ourselves a PLO something. The printed drag chain set. These are the things that always catch fire when these catch fire. Got some printed mount. So he's done some work to it. He's got some upgrades. Building a V2, that's nice. Oh, there's the V2 he's building. Or correction, try it. Or is it a 1.8? That's a 1.8. Yeah, that's a 1.8. Cool. You lose points because you don't have a fire extinguisher. If I see an ANET A8 in frame, I expect a fire extinguisher. Does he hear earlier? Okay. Content. We give you the content. Exactly. I don't have to work today. Oh, I do have to wait. And don't worry, if the content starts drying up a bit, I do have some lubrication to help the words flow better if we run into a dry spell. James Miller gifted 10 community memberships. Cheers. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Pushing pixels. Office space is slowly but surely getting into printer space and allow me back in. There you go. So what do we got? We got four printers. You got yourself your corner desk. I'm envious of all you folks with desk space because like I got to work on this, which as you can see I can't work, and then I bought another table to put in the middle of the room, so I lost floor space, so I had more room to work, and it's got a printer on it now because that's where the V400 works because I'm using it. So I can't put printers in the other room because it's underneath the master bedroom, and all these fast printers are loud. So okay, so that's a nice setup. You got some switches. Are you a streamer? I see you got the once the little notification goes away there, you got a camera over. So either you work from home, you're a streamer, or you just have a really Gucci webcam. So that is a clean setup. big balls of filament. You're going to run into space issues, though. With how quickly these are multiplying, you're going to run into space issues soon. Have you reset the form? No, we're just going to continue the entries. So if you entered yesterday, you're still entered. I just reopened the entries. So I paused it, and then I reopened it at the stream. Okay. So Jim Wilmerine. No description of anything. So let's take a look. So you got some printers here. You got some printers. We got that's not a Voron, but it's got the Stealth Burner, which, by the way, guys, Stealth Burner is out of beta and released. If you wish to build the production version of the Stealth Burner, go on the Voron Discord. It's pinned in announcements, or go on the Voron GitHub. It's there. If you already have the latest beta, upgrading, you're probably not going to see any performance difference, but it's all the little fine tweaks and everything we learned from the beta are in it, and it's cosmetically a little bit different. So for those that keep asking when Stealth Burner when? Stealth Burner now. Well, actually a couple hours ago. Please let me post. The entries was till 8 o'clock. You get it. We already extended it once. And the reason I can't have people post is because this is live, and some people have to go through and make sure it's all PG. So I can't just have random people posting while I'm live. Because unfortunately, as a streamer, if somebody posts something naughty, there goes my job. So I have to lock it down the moment I start showing the stream live. Because I can't allow you guys to edit stuff and potentially do stuff that can not let me do my job. So I have to lock it down when it's live, unfortunately. Okay, so we got some more printers. So these are just pictures of your printers. Joker, oh my, okay. Nothing against your build. Nothing against your build. But Joker builds are I printed an Iron Man helmet of 3D printing. The colors look good. That's the problem. It looks good and you did a great job, but everyone does a Joker build. Like, I've purposely avoided building a purple frame printer, because if I got a purple frame printer, I'd probably do a Joker build. You're going to see a new Voron printer revs? Probably not. It'll just slot into the existing. What will you pester about the Voron team about? I don't know. You guys keep bugging about resin, about deltas, about CNCs. I don't know, pick something. Okay, the purple and orange, that works, that works. And you got an Urkfa, very nice. This little cover always broke off mine right away. So I see a lot of Urkfas that don't have this cover here, and I kind of understand it. I like the red, though. I do like that red. And what's this? What's this? Hopefully, okay, good. And building another one, nice. Okay. MSLA and FDM office. Ooh, fancy. Piccolo themed. Okay, Piccolo could work, but isn't Piccolo the same colors? You just slap a picture of Piccolo instead of the Joker. I don't know. See, it's in stream mode, so you shouldn't be hearing anything from me from my Discord. Okay, so we got some printers in a box, basement or shed. I'm jealous of all you people that have like dedicated workspaces. Like I've got my own dedicated workspace, but it's a room and I'm out of room. So it's a nice clean setup. Ender 3 in the enclosure, printing spaghetti for the V0. Nice. And this is on your work desk. How do you work in this setup? It's a TV. Is that a TV? That's a TV with printers on a desk in an office. Okay. Cool. Nice V0, nice spaghetti. I like spaghetti. Spaghetti's always good. Oh, okay. Somebody's got a setup. There we go. Piccolo is green and purple. Yeah, that's Joker. But you can, I think you can make it work. And the problem is somebody would have to know what Piccolo is. Otherwise, hey, another Joker build. Okay. 666, Loki 666. You need X's, Loki. You need to put some X's in front, like X, then capital X, then small x, then 666, Loki 666, then XXX. Okay, you gotta do it right. Okay, gotta do it right. We're gonna play some Call of Duty later. Okay, Vision Creation 3D printing specialist. Ooh, an Aussie. So, the printers are upside down. So let me turn my monitor upside down so I can see the real view of this. Ooh, server racks with MSLA. Ooh, that's smart. That's a smart thing to do. I've seen people do this. Get old server racks to use for like printers or small CNCs or stuff like that. I Audio desync. What do you mean audio desync? There shouldn't be an audio desync. Clap. It seems okay. Okay. XXX 360 no scope gamer. Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna do the numbers in front and back, you need some X's in there. Okay, I like this setup. It's a work setup, but that's okay because it's your business. So if somebody posts some pictures of their Stratasys, you know, here at Stratasys, here's where I work on. You don't get to win. But if you're running your own business and you got some printers, I like this. It's a nice setup. Next post planning, add 2 Vorons to the farm, finally retiring the last of my original ANET A8s. No, but it's enough to keep me busy. 38 printers, 13 resin. What do you do, Loki? If you're in chat, what do you do if you don't mind me asking? I'm assuming a print farm of some sort. I'm assuming a print farm. That's really all I can think of. Steve's here. Everyone say hi, Steve. Okay. Nick, welcome to my home lab. Got my server cluster housed in a 25U rack alongside its heavily modded Ender 3 Pro. I refer as Joker. Again with the Jokers. Okay. Soon be joined by shiny new Voron switchwire, moved out of the rack and into the actual workspace. Yeah, once you start looking at a lot of Voron builds, so many Joker builds. Like, I got nothing against them. It looks good. That's why people do it. But it's the Honda Civic of a color scheme. But it's better than everyone doing black and red builds like it was back in the day. Okay, so you got some Enders and a server rack. So I like the server rack setup, but unfortunately I can't put you on the list because somebody has a better server rack setup. So I'm trying to like grab different things that stand out. So if I see one that's better than another one, I'll replace it. Hulk builds. Well, Hulk builds is just all green, and then just the skirt is purple. Everything else is green. And you need googly eyes on the tool head. You have to do at least one black and red build. I don't. That's the closest one I have to a black and red build, and it's all black except for like 2 or 3 red parts. Okay, my guest room has no room for guests now. Hey, I know that feel, bro. You got the happy bucket down there. You got some V2, V0. So many V0s. That was one of the takeaways for Murph. Tons of people built V0s. Wait till you get to the one with the printers in a truck. Ooh, that'll be cool. Okay, that's a nice setup. You got some filament there. See, you got this perfectly good bed here, though. You can put some printers on there. Just be careful with the electronics. Okay, my entry for the messiest 70s thing dungeon, or the pit, as my wife call it. Remnants of so many hobbies over the year. There's a Franken CR10 in there, and a box of an LDO V2 kit, waiting on printed parts, and, well, a friggin' mess on the other side, and a resin printer back left off screen. There's a 24 by 24 quartz countertop. Smart. Section in the middle for doing frames. Smart. That is messy, but this is somebody who's been working in this room for years. They know where everything is. The wife may think it's a mess, but they know where everything is because it's organized chaos. So what do we got? We got computers. Everyone rocks the 3 monitors now. Even I got 3 monitors here right now. Server rack, some exhaust, more exhaust, AC. It's a nice setup. It's a little crowded. Not carpet. That's good. I don't know how you people do carpet, but nice setup. It's a lived-in setup. This is somebody's project room. I like seeing those. You're missing some stuff there. This is my setup, BQ B1, basically Ender 3 clone, modified. Quick tool change. Oh, you're running the quick tool change with the laser. Ooh, laser. Is this an enclosure? I like, it's an enclosure, that's not enclosed. I'm always a little hesitant. Like, I've been offered lasers. I've been offered like the 10 watt, you know, the generic laser everyone's probably seen, the cheap ones. I've turned those down because they don't have an enclosure. I won't touch a laser without an enclosure. I have a little kid in the house, and I like I'm already wearing glasses. I don't need, you know, lasers in my eyes. So I wear the glasses. Yeah, you gotta be safe. But personally, I'm a big fan of any laser enclosed because if something happens, pew pew in the eyeballs, you're blind. I have a laser for one of my CNCs. I've never plugged it in for that reason. A switch wire, clean build. You got another printer back here. Is the air conditioner on? Yeah, it's on. It's just not really doing much down here right now. 1 second. There we go. I muted you guys because I know you guys don't like it when I talk to the Google. Okay, how to take over your dining room. Who needs a dining room table to eat when you have all these parts? Use the best 3 Voron switch wires, 1 Voron 2.4, Mercury 0G, VZ bot, Ender 5, Ender 5, Ender 3 Pro, Ender 3 Pro, Palette 2S, and another Voron. Ooh. All the printers. So is that a shelf? Okay, that's a shelf. Printers on printers. You got the Godzilla. All the printers. Very nice. That one's in progress. Another Joker build. Yeah. See what I mean? Once you start looking at a lot of Voron builds, you see a lot of Joker builds. Nothing against them. It's a very common color scheme. These are the 0Gs, right? Or the Mercuries. Nice. Nice setup. So it formerly was a dining room. I would have liked to see the table still in there because now it's just an empty room with printers, not a dining room. Printer room with a BLV AM8 with an afterburner and a V01. So there you go. V0, another V0. Got some cabbage. What is it? No, that's not cabbage patch, carrot patch. Paint bucket, garbage bin for all the scraps of filament. Workspace. What are you building? You building an ERCFA? Is that an ERCFA? That's an ERCFA. There we go. Nice setup. I love it. I like the wallpaper. I approve of the wallpaper. What's the Batman build? Black with yellow. And some dark grays. That V0 is awesome. I like the colors. I like when people have fun with the colors. When they do like, bam, colors. I like it. Where the magic happened. Dozer 3DP. Who was that? That was John Paul before. Okay, so what do we got? We got some exhaust. V2, bed flinger, V2. Very nice. Or is that a V? Yeah, that's a V2. A good old basement rec room, self-built bench. It's a nice setup. Got some RC stuff. Diamond hands. Nice setup. All the pegboards. Pegboards are awesome. I have this wall right here I have covered in pegboards. I'm the first one to like it. Hey, what's wrong with it? I like the colors. I like bright colors on printers. I used to be all about the blacked out stealth builds. Nah, have fun. Go for it. Okay, my LDO 300 kit. Finished building a while back. Watched every minute. That's good. Glad the videos help. That's why I do them. Surpasses my expectations. It's good. Wobbly table. Yeah, don't put your printers on wobbly tables. On the ground or a table. Like, I bolt my tables to the wall. Clean. That's a clean build. That is a very clean build. I like the lighting. I don't see any fingerprints on the screen or on the window, so that's good. Very clean build. Not a setup, so unfortunately I can't add it to the list, but it's a very clean build. Not the wallpaper. Oh, I was being nice. It's unique. Okay, what's this? What is that? Ender something bed V-wheel bed fling. Migdeath Rock 3 Pro Voronized. Okay, there you go. So you got the stealth burner with all the LEDs, bracing. There you go. Touchscreen on the side. Does it swing out? And then where are you going? Okay. Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Wawa. Okay. This hole right here, take this out because this hole is actually for the fan exhaust. It's part of the design. So cut the belt, take it out. You want air going through there. That hole is there for a reason. It is supposed to be for the air to flow out. It's part of the actual design of the stealth burner. So yeah, you want air going through there. I'm sure it's not actually like a huge deal, but you want that hole free. Like the big E-stop. Oh yeah, the big chunky E-stop. I love mechanical E-stops. Just bam! Printer go to sleep. Bam! Okay, Ranger, Great Britain. Corner of my box room office with the Ender 3 Pro and V01, which is twice as fast, I would hope so. Resin printer in the garage, smart. Have some changes of the Rage Rabbit on the way. I think the Ender will get a afterburner or stealth burner. They use the ERCFA on. Nice. Nice little setup. You got your little chunk of granite. It's a clean little setup. Not bad. LTT. Yes, this is an LTT water bottle, but I can't make jokes anymore because they officially sponsor people now, so I can't give them free advertising, which I just did. So I can't make the jokes anymore because Linus has to go pee. Although apparently he doesn't have money according to all his videos. Look at all the stuff I bought. I got no money. But I'm going to sponsor Joel, which good for Joel. It's a joke. Okay, the 3 printer is actually working. Oh, okay. So we got a little Prusa Mini there. Ooh, black. You have the option when you buy a Prusa of getting like orange or black. I don't think I've ever seen a black Prusa Mark III like from the factory. I don't think anyone's ever ordered one. Like, I'm sure people have, but I've yet to actually see a picture of an official black Prusa Mark III. Everyone gets the orange ones. Imagine doing, well, it was a joke. Like, I'm fine with the joke advertising, like I used to do the LTT store. But now that they sponsor people, I can't make the joke anymore because now they don't do it free. Before they didn't pay people, so it didn't matter. Plus, I do actually enjoy this water bottle. It's a very good water bottle. Or added some orange and printed my own color scheme. There you go. Steve, the second one I ordered was black. Okay, so people, they do exist. But I've yet, like, everyone I see is orange. Okay, PF Dennis. Hey, I know that guy. Straight up the best I could. Here's my layer. There you go. All the filament. Nelson and Murdoch is Daredevil, right? Yeah. The spice must flow. KB3D. All the filament. Sparta 3D. We got ourselves an enclosed printer. V2, V0, Aquanet. I've never used Aquanet. I don't even know if we can get that stuff in Canada. What's with the computers? That's Darth Vader. That printer's upside down. Ooh, this is a nice setup. You know what, PF, you get to go on the list. You get to go on the list. So, unfortunately, I can't copy it all. But you get to go on the best setups list. Let's zoom in. There we go. Okay. It's a comfy setup. That's a comfy setup. I like that. Almost forgot the important picture. All the stickers. Okay. Sparta 3D stickers around. Okay. Printer room in the basement. Good old printer room in the basement. Can't really see much though. Mike, NH3D. Ooh. The Matrix Screensaver. I haven't seen one of these in years. Everyone used to do this back in the day. You get the Matrix Screensaver, but and a Joker build. We need to have a counter. Next time I do this, if we do this again in the future, I'm gonna have a Joker build counter. Like, now you guys see what I mean about Joker builds. That's a clean setup. That's a nice little printing setup room. Points for the Matrix background. Hopefully you didn't see the fourth one. You know what? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Joker build, drink. That's what we're gonna do. So I got my JP Wisers, Canadian rye whiskey, a little bit of water, a little bit of water. There we go. Drink. Bro, you're gonna die. I'm willing to accept the outcome of this decision. Cheers. Okay. Back to work. Drunk in an hour. You won't be standing long. So, my wife would kill me if she knew I showed this to you. Okay, I won't tell your wife, tell Bloom. The box on top is a CNC enclosure for my Prusa Mark IIIS. If you look close, you can spot the Ender 3 under the desk. I think all my interest is captured in the last image. So there we go. Got an Ender under there. Nice, nice, nice. Got a little streaming setup or recording setup there. You got those open RC, a bunch of printed stuff. I wish I had room to put a shelf up to just put a bunch of stuff I printed, because I've thrown out so many printed things in the last like year, because I print so much stuff for, like, if I'm reviewing stuff or just I see a print I like, and I just run out of room for it. Like, I have a counter upstairs that is just covered in prints. Okay. That's a nice setup. That's a nice cozy setup. I don't know if it's better than any of the other ones on the list currently, but it is a nice, cozy setup, I will say. And I won't tell your wife. Throw my printer in the ring, prove submitting in the office with a fair amount of extra room. Yeah, you need more printers here. We got one. You got the wall-mounted. Is that a screen? I don't know. Yeah, you need more printers. You got Doggo though. Everyone, Doggo. You get points for Doggo. But you got 2 printers. Come on. Need more. But Doggo is sufficient. You got sufficient quantities of Doggo, because 1 Doggo is all you need. But need more printers. It's too clean. Too clean. Printer to room ratio is off. Exactly. Okay, here's the current state of my workshop area, which is all of my room except where my clothes and bed are located. I'm getting some Ethernet cables that are longer than what I have now because some of the ones I'm using are long enough to route them the way I want. Can you English? Can you identify all the major components on the table? I don't know if I can zoom in enough, but I see potato chips, or correction, peanuts. Why did I say potato chips? Peanuts, pie, 400, welding stuff. A fridge. There's one of those little Android robot thingies. A bunch of pill bottles. Okay. There's a screen. There's a bunch of electronic stuff. Cool. Nice little workspace. All the other, oh, you're one of those guys. You play around with Arduinos and pies and all that. Cool. No printers though. Where are the printers? I see a power supply. I'm assuming you're building a printer, but where are the printers? I see no printers. Am I missing? Where are the printers? I see no printers. Artichoke, my workshop. Well, non-woodworking part anyway. My wife's crafting bench is next to it. Clean out, cropped out. Heavily modified Ender 3 V2 is about to get switch wire conversion. Nice. Steve's doing one of those on his channel right now. Go follow him. Got some pumpkins up there. Nice V0. Wires everywhere, NAS. I'm always jealous of the people that actually have like a home networking setup. Mine is so like not good. Aquanet on the left, sign of a printer. Okay, so so I could see some extrusion here. So I'm assuming this is part of a printer. So there is a printer in frame, but it's a printer setup stream. Fire Marshal's comment. Where's the Fire Marshal? Oh. CR3. Second pick of my paint area. Very cluttered. Oh, I know that feel. All right. Now you got your printing set up. Oh, you do some painting. Now, are you printing stuff to paint, or are you just like you do model stuff? Because I see you got your air gun there, a whole bunch of paints. I don't see. Oh yeah, you got resin. So yeah, I'm assuming you're printing stuff to paint. Nice setup. Main workspace in the corner office. The printer's taking up too much room, so I recently got a new home. Nice little setup. These benches, I see these benches used a lot. Are they stable? Like, I'm sure a little V-wheel bed flinger ain't pushing it too much, and a V0 is not that heavy, but they don't look that stable. Oh, here's the main character 9 in the paint process. Wait, is that your setup? Okay, Draco. Okay, so this is Draco. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Nice. Good job. Yeah, I gotta get. I'm still, you know, teaching myself how to paint and do dry brushing and whatnot. So I'm floundering my way through it. Those benches are very stable. Okay, they don't seem too much to them. Okay. Agusil Cauldron. Thank you for sharing. Wired how joyful it is to see other people's messes. There you go. So you got V0, V2 thing. There you go. Hey, there you are. Hi. Nice little printing setup. Yeah, this is got your computer there. See, here's the thing. All my printers have their own room, so I run them loud and fast. Well, not fast, but I run them loud. I don't care about noise. So all you that have your printers directly behind your main computer setups, like do you run them fast and you just wear like noise canceling headphones, or you just run them a little slower, or you just don't care? Ooh, fancy. Okay, on the top printers I run at work. Okay, so they don't count if they're work. Unless you own the company, you don't get credit for your work printers. But there are, well, we will look at them. Bottoms are your personal. Okay, so these are your work printers. Neat. Yeah, the Panoply. I would like to play with like the professional tier resin stuff someday instead of like the cheap stuff I got. But the cheap stuff works just fine for what I do, so it's hard to justify looking at these expensive machines. All the enders, a V2. Nice setup. Ah, here we go. My high-tech precision enclosure cost me about $800. Too bad it wasn't considered as a load of free furniture. Serious note, works perfectly. Is that an IKEA bag? That's an IKEA bag. Yeah. So you know where this one's going. That's an IKEA bag. And it's not worse as in horrible setup. It's like janky or kind of scuffed. That counts under the worst setup. So it's not, we're saying it's a bad setup. We're just saying it's kind of scuffed. It's an IKEA bag. Let's be honest. But, hey, you might win some filament. I'm surprised that's a big IKEA bag. I didn't realize how big IKEA bags are. But hey, if it works, it works. Yeet Prime, the red current reminds me of Alex. Hey, are you trying to post Tom stuff? This is Tom. Okay, you're not trying to pass off your own. Okay, yeah, that's Tom messing around with bungee cords. Raise 3D. Does that work? It's cool. It's a cool machine, but does that work? That don't count. See, all these people, see? We have scrolled this far and there is no pictures. These are all people who didn't read the rules. Just said post your pictures and describe. No discussions. S&M printer. Yeah, Tom's building S&M BDSM printer. Another Raise 3D Pro. That's cool. Dually. I've never played with the Raise 3D printers, so banned. Nah, I won't do that. I'll just judge you. I'll just silently judge you, and then also verbally judge you live on stream in front of 330 people. For shame. So what do we got? We got an Elegoo V-wheel bed flinger number 47. I like the little printer spools up there, and see. How long do these hold up? Will this eventually just kind of plop down? I'm assuming not, because it's all locked together, but it's a cheap setup for works if you're trying to print and close. A little ant farm. Nice. Got a micron and a V0 on a chunk of earth. Can you make a roll rule on the server that makes the server limit to 1 post per week per month? Well, originally I didn't have I don't have any bots on the Discord yet. Originally I had it just open, and then I changed it to having a 6-hour cooldown or a 6-hour timer. So that seemed to cut down the talking after that. Honestly, I'm not that concerned. It's just, it makes it easier to go through everything, because before I go live, because this is live, I have to make sure that there's nothing not PG, so I don't, you know, get my channel strike. Yeah, that's why it's locked right now. That's why you can't post in there. Because, yeah. Okay. Because if that does happen, I have to immediately close the stream, delete the VOD. And all this goes bye-bye. And we ruin the content for everyone. I don't want to do that. Okay, I do like the color schemes. The blue and yellow is nice. That's a Micron. You're running the Micron tool head. Nice little workbench. By the way, every time I see these in-progress builds, I'm trying to see if anything's wrong, because I've already seen one thing that was wrong, and I think it'll come up in a bit. You can only do slow-mo up to 6 hours. And no giveaway, exactly. So, super custom. Hey, if it works, it works. What the heck is that? Formlabs Form 1 SLA, okay. DQBX, and a Fultratech FT6. 700 by 350, waiting on a bamboo. What do you need 700 of Y for, or X? The one motor in the middle. I love the one NEMA 17 in the middle that's probably belted to both of these to drive the bed. The space reserved for bamboo. Okay, that's a cool setup, but big printer. Has image. Yeah, I don't want to accidentally bork anything. Plus, I've already started scrolling through it, so I don't want to start over. Swins, bit of a mess right now, but a slice of hell. How is this slice of hell? That's a nice little setup. I like the monitor. It's a nice widescreen. It's not as scuffed as some other setups, so it doesn't go on the list, but... Aerospace printing. You know what? I can see, like, I know people who print, like, the battleships and keyboards. It makes sense in that regard. But 700 of Y or X is a lot of trouble. What do we got here? Okay, what do we got? My small workspace in my kitchen. It's a bit small. Problem with living room apartment. Oof. Modbot. Daniel. He had like a small apartment for the longest time, so like he had to like set everything up to record and then tear it all down because he lived in that room. But he's got room now, so yeah. All you people, I know I don't have a lot of room, but some of you have no room, and I'm impressed that somehow. Like this is, you know what? I like how efficient this is. I like how efficient this setup is, and you got your little microwave there. So I don't know if this should it go on the list? I don't know. It's a very efficient setup. I don't think it would win. I don't think it would win, so I don't think I'm gonna put it on the list. But it's a very efficient setup. I do like it. I give you props for taking maximum use of a workspace. Don't use your microwave as a filament dryer. I don't think it'll work. Little wall of printers, aka perpetual project. So you got your V2, you're printing a rep rack. They're very nice, by the way. If you are looking for like a filament storage thing that's relatively cheap, build one of these rep racks. They're actually really nice. And you can easily throw them anywhere and make them whatever size you need. Honorable mention. There you go. Bed flinger with a stealth burner. A lot of bed fingers with stealth burners. And, oh, that's a computer. So, got that. Basically, when it comes to these like generic V wheels, I'm looking for stuff that's like sketchy, besides them being a cheap generic V wheel. So that's cool. You got a Revo in there? Yeah, got a Revo in there. Join the contest is the worst nightmare any benchy nerd can have. Frankenstein's monster, former ANET 8, built on an AP8. That's an AM8 with printed printed extrusions. On the plus side is printed all ABS parts for my planned V01. So this is all printed extrusions, and you printed all the ABS parts for a V01. Oh my god. Those are printed extrusions. And the electronics. Those are wing nuts. The printed parts. I guess bushings that are falling out. And a normal bushing. So you got an IGUS on this side that's falling out, and a normal LMU bushing on this side. And they're not even one piece. They're printed in parts and they're bolted together. The horror. But it works. But it definitely goes in the worst setups. Oh my god. If it works, it works. This is a good learning point. This goes to show you that the forces on a 3D printing are very low. Ergo, you can build one entirely out of printed parts and it'll print fine. It's still an abomination onto whatever deity you believe in, but it is functional. It does work. Bert 199. Cheers. Winner got my vote. Well, we gotta wait till we go through them all. Aluminum extrusions aren't that expensive. Okay. Got my Vorons in an old wardrobe with shells for filament and a laser printer to keep them company. Decent enclosure for switch wires. I prefer the V2 for ABS. Nice. I made mounts for extra flight plates, tools, Revo nozzles, blah, blah, blah. Currently using a coat rack bar. That's a nice setup. That is a clean closet setup. storage up there. You got your... That is a very clean setup. Honorable mention. I don't think it would win in for the best, but check my mic. What's wrong with my mic? A few people are saying I have mic issues, and then other people are saying I'm not having mic issues. It's working fine. I don't think mic is fine. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Okay. Audio issue on the client side. Okay, that may be it. So what do we got? Little monster, 48 volt, 2 stepper per tower. All the power. Linear rails and CPAP. Starting to see more people using CPAP for cooling. I don't like having a big hose, but it's more an aesthetic thing. It works. That's a cool machine. Two couple borons and a Prusa. Clean setup, nice air compressor. You got your boots there. It's a clean setup. It's too clean though. I'm on to you. You clean this for the picture. I know you clean this for the picture. It's way too clean. You're not working in this setup. I'm on to you. I'm on to you. But it is a nice setup. Where's your chair? You stand? Need a chair. Nice setup though. Nice garage setup or shed. Also not impressive, acquired my first printer in March, and kids and I are having fun making things. That's good to see. Since my daughter names them all from left to right, they are Bullet, Mini, and Bumblebee. She likes to name things. Hey, I name my printers too. Too empty. Yep. If your room is too big and you don't have enough printers, you got to fix the room to printer ratio. Oh, you got a Monoprice Mini Delta. I love the size of. I love everything about that printer except for the fact that it's a horrible printer. It's loud and it rattles, and everyone I know that has one doesn't like it. But I like that printer. I like the size of it. It's a cool little Delta. It just not great. I need a drink. Is that a Joker theme? No, yeah, too much yellow. That's not a Joker theme. That don't count. And that's not. I don't see any Jokers. That don't count. First Ender 2. No, this is the first Ender 2 we've seen, I think, too. Drink anyway. I'm not allowed to drink upon your guys' suggestion. I have to do it of my own accord, if it's the same rules as Twitch. Like, I can't drink for donations. So I can't go, oh, if you guys donate $20, I'll drink. I'm not allowed to do that. But I can drink of my own accord. Hey, so what do we got here? You got a V0, you gotta put a, what is that, a Sherpa thingy in it. Got a Mercury? Is that a Mercury? I don't know, Ender or something. Drink every time I see a V-wheel. Okay, I do like living. I do enjoy being alive and not having liver failure. So we're not gonna do that. That's a VZ bot? That is a VZ bot? Oh, it's one of the bigger ones. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I see the black now. It'll be fun to build one. Building a Rocinante. I gotta finish watching The Expanse. I've only watched the first season and like the first 2 episodes of the second season, and then I just kind of stopped. And then the show got too far along, so I gotta finish watching that. You got yourself a V-wheel. It's your average. I got one printer. It sits in my bedroom. Still drink for rat rigs? No, because we built a rat rig. So now the joke is dead with that. The joke was, when are you going to build a rat rig? And then, so we built a rat rig. So. Okay. My brother-in-law's school tried to throw away a broken Ultimaker 2 Plus, so I took it home and upgraded to run Clipper, running a Big Tree Tech Octopus, E3D hotend, 2.85. Why 2.85? Go with the 1.75. Future. It's current year. Don't use 3mm. Unless it came with a bunch of it. Bondtech CHD, Bondtech QR extruder, Pi 4. Nice. So this goes to show you that a 3D printer can really, like, if you get a used printer, like you find an old MakerBot, rip out the brains and just throw like a Big Tree Tech board and run Clipper. It'll be an all new machine. Yeah, see what I mean? You hack up the hardware, because it's all the same hardware. It's NEMA 17s and belts. Like, let's be honest, they're all the same. You can use any brain in a 3D printer. I like that. That is a nice setup. Oh, and you got the Death Racer. You know what? Because you did a really good job on the printer itself, I will put you on the list. So it's not quite a setup, but you did a very good job on that conversion. It looks clean. And you got a Death Racer, which is cool. Which we will be building one on stream later in the summer or early fall. We'll see. Not a rat rig. A rat rig is the company. It's a rat rig theming it. So I did build a rat. I'm still waiting to hear back about the V-Core. I do want to build one of those. Silly Drew, first Moron. You got the Nevermore. I gotta print some Nevermores to put in Toasty Boy. I'm not gonna put the charcoal in it, but I want to use them for the fans. Isn't the easiest, but hey, you learned. Two-week-old Formbot 350. We call this one broken arm build as I broke my elbow on May 31st and plugged away on a Tronxy Pro and then started this build after a couple of weeks. You built it with a broken arm? Oof. Oh, the wiring. You got a serial? Did you get a serial with this wiring? Edward, come on. Look at that. Look at that. Shame. Shame. That's a somebody likes window tint. Toolbox, V-wheel bed flinger, Transformers, points for the Transformers. Clean build. Please tell me you have lights in there so you can at least see what's going on in there. Oh, there you go. Okay, so you have lights. Nice. Clean build. You got the Nevermore. Okay, that's cool. Not really for the subject, but that's cool. Clean this up, but the Z driver don't work. That's not good. Did Trump break the Z driver, cause it not to work? Only the Z driver doesn't. So it's got 3Z. Is the Trump sticker making a joke of it that it doesn't work? Oh, that's a clean setup. Okay, so we got a Prusa Mini V0, 2 resins. Ooh, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Now comes the part where I critique your alcohol choices. So we got some scotches, Highland Park, Hennessy, Glenlivet, Jameson. Ooh, I approve. Okay, but on to the printers. On to the printers. So we got those art rep racks. Prusa Mini, V0. And some resins. Well, a resin and a washing cure. Nice. Nice clean setup. Nice clean setup. Design, slice, print, repeat. Nice setup. Very clean. You see, this is the problem. Too many of you guys have decent setups. So when we go through, and I'm gonna have to pick some that are really shitty, it's gonna be fun. That's a very clean setup. I do like that. Okay. That's a mess. Do we have a functional? We got one functional printer in there. Come on, Sep. Get your printer working. Some really nice ones later. That's the thing. Too many of you guys have nice... Like, this is another nice setup. So I'm going to have to be more picky now with the nice setups. Because a lot of people have really nice setups. You got the little Prusa Mini and its little enclosure. That's nice. Current setup, not quite happy. Well, then fix it. You got the pavers. Prusas. How many Prusas? 2? 3? 1, 2. That one's got an MMU. Resin. All the filament. So organized. My filament never stays in the box. The first thing I do when I get it, I take it out of the box. Just because the boxes take up more room. Mini station, that's my desk here. Viper running clippers, closest I have. Look at Mark 3S, V400 on pre-order. I'm really liking my V400. Like, no joke, I'm really liking it. So, you got your resin. There you go. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, here we go. CR10 V3 with Y rails and H2 plus a V2.4 with ERKFA and 9 unit Enraged Rabbit carrot patch plus little butt kissing art. Oh, okay. So, I gotta make sure it's work safe. All the filament hanging from the ceiling, like something out of Aliens where you got all the wires hanging down and whatnot. That's a nice setup. Hey, it's the Fabrico Nero shirt thing that you got. That's cool. You make that? That's cool. That's a nice setup. It's a hungry boy. Feed me filament. I want all the filament. So we got a Prusa Bear thingy, V2, and what's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? I'm assuming a laser or a router of some sort. Okay, I got a Prusa Mark III S, Prusa Mini, currently building a Voron switch wire. Good old lax Prusa thing. It's not unique, but it's clean. Ender 3V2, 2.4 R2, 350. Very nice. Little torque wrench for your nozzles. Go to Revo, you won't need it anymore. Main work area and dining room. Ooh, okay, so filament on the floor, printers. Oh my god. Flexi Dragons. So it's organized chaos. It's one of those organized chaos setups. An FL Sun. So this is like their first generation of Deltas, I believe. Like one of their, look how thin that base is. There's like no weight down there. All the power supply and everything's up here, eh? A little stitch. Prusa Bear looking a bit Soviet there. If it works, it works. Printer closet. Nice enclosure. It's so nice that you don't have to enclose the Voron because it is enclosed. Like you just slap panels on it. The fact that like all Vorons you literally just slap panels on, you don't need to put it in an enclosure. Yet people still do that. It's kind of funny. That's a nice little setup. New to printing this year, Ender 3, S1, and V2. Bamboo probably shipping. Voron or rat rig when I get the guts. You got the guts now. Go for it. Seize the opportunity. Live your dream. Don't let memes be memes. You got this. Guy who made the shirt lives close to me, made the sign for me. Nice! Second gen Nero, I had one of the first ones. It was worse. Okay. Tall enclosure is tall. Okay, when you enclose your printers like this, I know it's nice to keep the filament in the enclosure, but don't, because that's just a whole bunch of extra air you have to heat up. You want to build the enclosure as small as possible because the less volume, the easier it is to keep it at temperature. So if you're planning to print ABS, don't keep the filament in, like literally drop the roof, make it smaller. Feed it from the outside through like little Bowden or something. So AMS and bamboo. There's going to be a lot of people getting bamboos and V400s in the next little while, I believe. I just got here. Have you looked at, are there old ones from the first time you asked for, or I sent pics the first time? If you posted in this channel, either I got to it yesterday or I'm going to get to it today, because we're only going through this one channel here because this is the contest channel. So everything in here has been like made sure that it's good to put on stream. So if you posted in this channel, I either went over it or I will go over it. Bamboo is not, I like my bamboo. I got one right here. I haven't used it this week because I'm like not printing a lot this week and I'm going on vacation. But I don't know. I did a whole bunch of like, this was printed on. I've done a whole bunch of the Mando stuff on it. Same with the V400. So works just fine. Just, it's not a printer you tweak. It's a printer you just print with. You don't mess around with that printer. You just buy it and print. It's like a resin printer. You don't fiddle with it. It's not meant to be. Basement fairly clean too. Ignore the beer brewing stuff. I'm not going to ignore it. I'm going to look at it. Printer on the floor. Less vibrations. I got a printer on the floor. Oh, it's a little broken though. Come on. It's so sad. Oh wait, that's a bed flinger. That's a bed flinger. There's the Voron. Okay. Start with the flash forge. Oh, you got one of the. I was. If I didn't just build a Prusa, I would have bought one of these kits, but I just couldn't justify it. I really wanted to get one of the anniversary Prusas, but I literally just built a Prusa a couple months before, so I just couldn't justify it. I just couldn't. Take care, Blake. But it is cool to see. So we got some bed flingers. No, Google, I'm not going to insert an ad right now. Bugger off. Oh, we got some. What are you building a Voron? You're building a Voron. Nice. What is that? What is that? Overture, filament. Okay, there's the Voron being built. There you go. Coming along, coming along. So here's my setup. First is the winter setup. No ABS for now, at least until the printer install filament. Too hot to run it now. If it's hot, it's perfect to print ABS. Just, it's hot. Print it. Second is summer, basically. Printer on a balcony. Now so hot that I do not need to enclose for ABS. Dang. You still got to worry about the wind, though. So. Hey, I know that guy. That's me. You got your little V0. Printing outside. Yeah, if it's hot outside, go for it. Nice little setup. Is this the printer in a truck? Hobby on board, take a break, print a Kit Kat. Starting print and all you do is first only on break. No problem with bad quality prints caused by vibration. So are you a trucker? I'm trying to figure out this vehicle here. Is that a big rig? With little V0. Napoleon. Cool. Somebody was asking on stream a little while ago about how you would build a printer for like a little like off-road camper vehicle. It's like a cool topic to dive into. Okay, we got some atomic on a V-wheel bed flinger, number 47, no, 48, 49, 50. You think I'm not drinking when I see a V-wheel? That's the one I mentioned. Yeah, that's cool. Like, trucks have plenty of power. Like, if you drive a lot, like I know people have full gaming setups in some of their big rigs. So taking up half the basement and my wife hates it. Printers are two self-built Wilson 2s and a CR10 V2 XY linear conversion. If we're on 2.4 next. Ooh, too clean, too clean. Your little island thingy there. Wilson. Nice setup. Nice and clean. I drive truck, plenty of power, many printers. I'm debating putting bamboo in there. You want something that is, let's be honest, you're probably not going to be printing when you're driving, because even if with all the resonance compensation, if you hit a bump, it's going to affect the print. Unless you put it on something that floats. Be interesting to see. So we got a KP3S, nice little printer. FL Sun, don't know which one that is. A V-wheel. FL Sun QQS Pro Ender 3, King Rune. Delta was my first printer. Instantly fell in love with the hobby, though I did get spoiled to having the bed leveling. Yeah, you don't have to deal with a Delta usually. If you want to print while driving, get a Pantheon. I would love a Pantheon. I don't have the budget for a Pantheon, unfortunately. Entries are closed. Yes, entries are closed. Because this is live, I can't have people posting live because just in case. So entries were closed. The contest was open for weeks to post in this channel. So Leo the Human. But there is the contest that you can just win a spool of filament. So link in the description, go enter if you haven't yet, because you can just win a spool of filament. But the actual entries for this specific contest are closed. Don't think the bumps actually affect good printers. It really depends. I know Joel drove around with a Prusa Mini in the back of his car, and it really did not do a good job. But a Prusa Mini is not exactly rigid. So I don't have a car that I could put a printer in and drive around to test it myself. Because, oh, speaking of, for those that were curious about the Focus. So for those that don't know, my car is a Focus. The transmission grenaded, but it's covered under warranty. It's 10 years old. Well, 9 years and 10 months. So I have 2 months left on the extended warranty that they extended because of the class action lawsuit. So I'm waiting on a new transmission control module. That will take months. There are people that have been waiting since March for it. There's literally like 25 plus focuses lined up at the dealership waiting on this module. Some of them since March. So in the meantime, they just gave me a rental vehicle that I don't have to pay anything for. I just have to put gas in it, and it's a fully loaded Ford Edge Titanium. So that's just my car free. I just got to put gas in it for who knows how long. So I can't really complain. So thank you, Ford, for building a really crappy transmission 10 years ago, because now I get to drive around a brand new car for free for a couple months. Or who knows? I don't know. They could call Monday and be like, hey, it came in. It just, I don't know when. People have been waiting months, though. So it's also really nice because we're going for a 12-hour drive next week on vacation. And guess what car we're taking? I'm already loving all the tech in the Edge. Like it's not like Tesla level, but like it's got lane assist and like auto follow. Like my Focus had none of this. So this is my first time driving a car with all the new tech that cars have been getting lately. You know, 360 cameras, and like you push a button and it follows the car in front of you and it stays in the lane, and you can basically just nod off when you're driving. It just does everything. I'm like, oh, it's a conspiracy. I'm telling you, they know this. Like all these people with their Focuses, they're cheap and they got them paid off and the economy's going to tank. What we'll do is we'll put them all in nice new cars so that they get used to all the new stuff. So when we fix it, they'll just go buy a new car because they want the new stuff. They don't want to go back to the Focuses. Conspiracy. Where's my tinfoil? Make sure the loaner. In Canada, how it works is your insurance, your regular car insurance, just goes on to the loaner. So basically, if I crash this car, it's the same as if I crash my own car. That's how it works in Canada with rentals. So, and I can drive it to the States. So I'm bringing it to Earth. Okay, so where were we at? Leo Human. What is this? That's some server stuff. I'm assuming too, because it's on wheels. V0, V2, nice clean. Nice clean setup. Bruce Mini, V0. Manual transmission. I'm one of the 3% that still drive manual transmissions. I don't know how to drive manual. I've never had a manual car. I've never. Because like pretty much all cars now are automatic. It's a rail core? That's a rail core? That's a tall rail core. And it's on wheels. Little guy is upstairs. He's not behaving. You hear him running around. Fortunately, I got stuck in the attic. It's a pain since I'm always hitting my head on the slanted walls. However, COVID, I made a setup the way it works best for me. I have a Prusa Mini Revo Micro installed. My other machine is a Mark 3S with MMU. Sorry for the blurry pictures. I had to use the ultra wide. That's a clean setup. I wish I had something like this to record in. That's a nice setup. So yeah, you just put everything against the wall so you don't have to like walk under the walls. So 600 millimeters tall. What are you printing that you need 600? I'm just curious. It's a nice cozy setup. Top V84 is still rocking the same bed from 5 years ago. Hey, Tallboy, which hasn't been used much lately. Tallboy, the bed in Tallboy is from my original V1.5, which is almost 5 years old now. Actually, 28. Built in early 28. Yeah, it'll be 5 years next year. So the heaters in these are like 4 years old and they're still fine. Rocket models. Okay, makes sense. So what do we got here? We got a Trident with a Prusa bed. Yeah, because the V84. So this was upgraded all the way through. So this was original V1. Oop. This was originally a V1. It's been upgraded to a Trident. Even my truck. Yeah, everything's automatic now. It's better on fuel efficiency. And you just I put it in so John, Practical Printing, okay, he was at Murph, him and Stefan, and they had a rented F-150 as their vehicle, and John's like, is automatic, it's confusing. I'm like, dude, you put it in D and you put your foot down. That's all you need to know, and then when you're done, you put it in P. So put in D, go, done driving, put it in P, done. Easy. Get 8 miles, 1 highway, 0 city. Drive a Canyonero. Here's my setup, bit cramped, but I don't have a lot of space. I paused printing resin, so I've been storing my spools in front of the Elegoo Saturn. Yeah, resin's one of those things like I do in batches. Like I have prints on the Anycubic Photon that I have to take off that have been sitting in the printer for like 2 weeks now. They're part of the Mando Armor stuff. But I piled stuff on the printer because I ran out of room, so they've just been chilling in there. So I gotta take those off at some point. Canyonero, exactly. Okay, continue on. Creality with what have you done to that tool head? All the things. Prusa, all the filament. Well, at least it's not gonna, you know, get wet in there. When I learn to drive, it's a generational thing. Like I'm 34. When I got my license, my parents had a Fusion and a Explorer Sport Track. Both of those were automatic. I eventually ended up getting the Explorer Sport Track as my personal car. I drove that until I got the Focus, and now I have the Edge for rental. So those are the 3 cars I've personally driven as my normal vehicle. My wife has an Escape, and she had a Toyota before that, automatic. Like, it just depends. Like, I think if you were born like in mid to late 80s onward, you probably never really experienced a manual. Unless you're in Europe. So if you're in North America, you probably haven't experienced, unless your parents had an old one they gave you, or they bought a cheap one. It's just 97% of all new vehicles now are automatic. So from Europe, so you have to know how to drive. Yep, I've heard that. It depends where you are. North America, everyone's manual. 4-liter V8 Jaguar. It's a Jag. All the filament and the laundry and the freezer. Nice filament storage. Oh, the little, I'm assuming your kid did that. Nice setup. Nice setup. All the filament. You got some empty spools you clear out. Remember when Dad got an F350 back in the day, it bounced like crazy when unloaded. He changed for an F150. I live in like Southern Ontario is like flat. It's flat farm country. I love all the people with jacked up pickup trucks that literally just drive down the highway, just chugging gas for really no reason because it's all flat and they don't take them off road ever. Like, you know, do with your car what you like. If you're into that, go for it. But I'm like, that's a lot to justify. Oh, we got some resin, a V minion. I think this is the first V minion we've seen. And another Flinger Prusa type. Jag drivers are sleazy bill dodgers. I like Fords, but I don't like a half-ton truck with a V6. The Edge is a mid-size SUV. It's only got an inline 4. Got 250 horse. It drives just fine. I have no problem with smaller engines with turbos. More fuel efficient, better on gas. They suck when you're towing. That's the thing. If you tow a lot, they're always at max. Like, it's like an electric car. The F-150 electric Lightning is horrible at towing, but pretty much everything's horrible at towing. You chug through gas when you tow. It is what it is. But if you don't tow, which, let's be honest, most people who drive trucks, they don't need the truck. They're just buying the big car. At least my experience. So yeah, if you're just buying a big truck just because you want a big truck, if you're just driving to work, just stick with the V6. That's real efficient. I don't know. I have no loyalty. I'm not like, oh, it's gotta have a V8. I don't care. Is it good on gas? Does it do what I need it to do? Yeah, fine, whatever. 104 Voron started just shy of 100 spools of various filament. Clear out the parts. Get in there. I already see you got the little quartz offcut. These are so handy. If you don't have one of these, if you don't have a chunk of quartz, like one of these, go to the nearest place that does countertops. Just walk in and be like, hey, do you have any offcuts of quartz that I can buy? Offer to buy, always offer to buy. Because they'll have like the little piece they cut out for the sink or a little piece that broke that they just, you know, and you can get something like this for dirt cheap. And it's not layout table flat, but it's flat enough for anything you're going to need in 3D printing. I skipped yours. Oh, Did I skip yours? Oh, I skipped. Sorry about that. We're going on tangents. Okay, so we got a V2 and that. Nice cozy corner. Power supply, UPS, that's good to see. Remember, you don't need to worry about power resume if the power don't go out. Okay, in my TP, it's me. Hello everyone, this is my spare space in the basement. It's not perfect, but it's mine. Workspace is made of an old door left over previous owner of my home. I keep all my filament in airtight containers with reusable silica on the shelf. Yes, that is a 3D printed Jeep from 3D Sets, highly recommended. I do not have a Voron yet, for shame. But I hope to have one soon with the wife's permission. LOL. Currently rocking a Prusa Mark III and a Mini Plus. Customized an Ender 3 Pro, my OG printer. On the shelf that needs some TLC. Hope to convert to Clipper soon. Right now, getting ready to upgrade my Revo 6 in the Mark III. Nice. So I have one set of nozzles to rule them all. Clever. It is time to print the Atomic Dragon and Mecha Kong. Whoop. Let me know if you have any suggestions and or questions. Thanks everyone. Have a good time. We will. Hey, it's the merch store. If you want to buy some Only Benchies swag, I don't think onlybenchies.com leads there, but if you type !merch in chat, it will. Okay, so you got your Prusas, the good old Lax cabinets. I wonder what percentage of Lax cabinets sold by IKEA are going to Prusas. Like, is there like a way to find out the metric of how many people buy Lax for Prusas and how many buy them for just to use them as a cheap coffee table? Cheapest I got was $250 for a ooh, yeah, mystery. If you're, that's the thing, like it really depends on your luck. Like I got this one for $20 where I just walked in like, hey, do you have any offcuts? It's best if you don't ask the sale people. I find just go ask like some random worker, be like, hey, I don't know why the bot is being a little buggy. It's a nice little setup. Then a Lax under the desk. Oh, it's holding a regular printer. Hey, in this house we do 3D printers, not 2D. Everyone spam merch. I don't know why the bot doesn't like to work sometimes. Like I know there's. Let me check here. Let me check. Chat bot timers. Chat commands. Custom commands. Oh, 1 second here. Can I change the cooldown? Yeah, it's setting. There we go. There we go. Save. Okay. Sorry about this. We're going on a little detour here. I'm fixing the bot. It had a global cooldown enabled. So what that means, if it like it's like 5 minutes or something like that. Advanced settings, 5, 0, save, mail, 5, 0, save, 5, 0, save. There we go. So it should, no, it's exclamation. Work now. There we go. There was a 5-minute cooldown on it, so if somebody called it up, it wouldn't respond for 5 minutes. So I just saved it, but it's Stream Element, so it might take a minute for it to update. I don't know. Merch. Hey, it's engagement. Okay. I don't know, I think there's a link in the description anyways. 1 for Vorons 4, diving right in. So I have 100 spool of various filaments. That's a lot of filament. Load the part office printer takeover. Nice. I don't think we have any bots yet. Do we have a bot? I don't see any bots. You got some Vorons, activated carbon. Got the kinematic. I've never played around with the kinematic bed mounts on the V2s. You gotta try it. 0 twist. What is that? What is that? Engagement. Joker printer? That's not a Joker printer. It's got to be purple and green. That's the Joker printer. V2.4 and a bear. You got some titanium backers on there. Neat. Okay. On the workbench, V2.4. All the printers. Shelf, only legend, Hero 101. Oh my god, a Hero 101. Oh my god. So, the Hero 101. Holy hell. So I'm not mistaken, it doesn't actually use steppers. It uses like whatever the cheaper variant of a stepper is. Hey, there you go. There's some only benchy swag. There you go. There's the bot finally said its thing. So, funny joke. Somebody actually built a Voron. I believe it was a V1.5 back in the day, using one of these to print the parts in PLA. Props to them. Okay, all the printers. What is that? Headlights. Nice setup. Crowded setup. You got a CNC machine there. This is my print RC storage room. Monoprice V2 switch wire with clicky Sunlu S8. Printing lightweight PLA enclosed is amazing. I've never played around with the lightweight PLA stuff. It used 3D print. Yeah, the 101 Hero, like, it was like $100. I believe they sold it for $99. That was like its thing. It was a $99 printer, but it was cheap. Like no. Angus did a video on it on his channel back in the day. Okay. Oh, we had to blur some stuff. Are you hiding stuff? Messy, but it's a workspace. Workspaces are usually messy. I had a lightweight PLA. Yeah, I've never played around with the lightweight PLA stuff. Here's my setup. Trident 350. Welder. Oh man. So since going full-time YouTube, the lack of having access to bridge ports, lathes, and welders that I used to just be able to go to work and use, you know, when I was done my shift, sucks. That's like one of my biggest regrets of not working there anymore, is I don't get to play with the fun stuff anymore. Worst candidate? Remember, the worst candidates, we have, you know, a printer built out of PLA and an IKEA bag. So we have more worse candidates than this one. This is just messy. Although that switch wire conversion, I don't think is going to print too well resting on a box of plumbing from David, #2. Manage notes if you randomly showed up and started using machines. Considering I haven't worked there in 6 months, probably. But this is a shed, I'm assuming, so I kind of understand it being kind of packed in there. Creality in a wooden box. Nice V2. Liking the colors. Oh, you got the fancy. So be careful. This is a fingerprint and dog hair magnet. Just forewarned. So. It's a good messy. You know what? We don't have enough entries on the bad printer setup, so we'll add it to the bad printer setups. Okay. My work printer is Ender Switchwire V1.8 one how GS1, and what is it? 90% 3D printed prototype light in the final version that I built. Nice. That printer looks very narrow and tall, or is that just the light playing tricks with my eyes? Oh, that's a cool light. Oh, that's cool. Oh, so these are printed? Oh, that's trippy. That's cool. If I win, I'll send you a welder. I'm not open to bribes, unfortunately. Plus, let's be honest, I live in Canada. Shipping me a welder would probably suck. I don't think it's worth a spool of filament and a hat. Okay, what do we got? We got a Physek V2. with, is that some wood? Or did you not take the cover off? Did you not take the protective paper off the bottom plate? To each their own. If you like the color, go for it. And a Prusa on a chunk of wood, cardboard, concrete, and a Prusa Mini. I haven't seen any Joker builds in a while. Hey, there's me. I know that guy. V2 on something in the corner. A nice little workstation. Cool. I probably make custom indoor signs for businesses in my area. Started off with Creality machines and still in college made the jump to rat rigs in the beginning of the year. Went with rat rigs solely for the build volume and I've been loving them so far. Currently in the process of adding ERCFA and updating my... So you do signs. I've seen this. So this is actually, I've seen some videos on this. You can find them on YouTube. Joel actually unboxed and did a printer on a live stream that's basically built specifically for this use case. But you can do signs on printers pretty cool. Like you basically print the outer wall and then use like an acrylic for the like the front face, and then you put electronics in the back, and you could do like some really fancy stuff with that. So if you got your own little business doing that, that's cool. Yeah, so you basically print the walls and then like you pour in the resin or something that's like opaque, and then you put electronics behind it or something like that. I remember seeing it in a video. You got the little, that's a nice, you know what, Timbot 2, that's a nice setup. You get to go on the list. That's a nice setup. That's a nice little professional workplace. Except bribes, you just won't guarantee it will affect. Well, that's the thing. Like if you send me a bribe, like the PO box is there. If you send me something, it may affect your odds. It may not. I have no guarantee that it will. Is that a studio you're renting or a house, or in your house? I'm assuming it's in your house. Okay, late entry, CR10. So these are from yesterday. So we're actually going through this at a pretty good pace. So we got the Wham Bam, thank you ma'am, and a Dream. What is that Delta? And a V2. Orange, I like the orange. Mine might definitely get on the bad list. We'll see. We'll see. Do you podcast or live stream, or I'm just looking at the audio setup here. Got everything set up from last weekend and remodeled old garage under my house. Only 4 printers at home right now, fairly new to 3D printing. Don't mind the podcasting area since we do holo breaks, so nothing is sorted. Have a great stream. See you later. Cheers. You do a podcast? What kind of podcast do you do? Deadpool, the T800. It's funny seeing the prints that everyone prints. Like, I think, okay, so the plan is this week, because I'm going on vacation next week, I'm going to try and do like a bunch of short little videos that I can just kind of put out, like nothing major. And I think one of them is just what you should print, because everyone prints the same things when they get a 3D printer. It's like I print a Benchy, I print the T-Rex skull, I print the everyone's doing Flexi Dragons right now. I gotta print that T800. Like, here's some ideas. Go print some Hedamames. But that's a nice setup. And if you do podcasting, what do you do? One Tech 3D. Let's snoop on you. One Tech 3D. One Tech 3D. What do you have? One Tech 3D. YouTube channel. There are no videos on this channel. Okay. I print nice ladies. Most probably use the same Patreon. Yeah, like I'm on Cinderwings. I support a lot of. I have a lot of creators that I just give like a buck or two, and I'd rather give that a buck or two to a bunch of people. That's why, like on my channel, I only have I have a $2 tier. Like I'd rather a bunch of people give a little bit of money to a lot of people than just like going all Saudi oil prints and giving me like $50 a month. Which if you want to, you can. But spread it out. Have fun. The more you look, the worse it gets. Let's judge. Okay. You got some bubbling there. You're probably going to have to replace your PEI. Your extrusions are too long and you don't have the caps on them. Wiring is a bit sus. When you say that, I'm going to critique it. So yeah, you're gonna need to replace that PEI. these extrusions are too long. Your wiring could use some work. Your drag chains are backwards. See how it's bowing up like this? You have it installed the wrong way. Got a random T-nut there. And a hard drive slot. Let's be honest, it doesn't look horrible. I've seen sketchier builds. Don't be too hard on yourself. Belts. What's wrong with the belts? What am I missing with the belts? What's wrong with the belts? What color is it? Those belts are really bright. Those print trends, I only print car parts. I print a bunch of random stuff because I do reviews, right? So like when I'm reviewing a printer, it's like usually the printer that I'm reviewing does all my PLA. That's usually what I do. So I don't print a lot of PLA, but if I'm like, you know, I'm reviewing the FL Sun and the Bamboo. So yeah, I'm printing, you know, a bunch of PLA on them just to test them. So that's done on the Bamboo with the AMS. And then this guy was done on the V400. So usually that's how it ends up working. And then if I'm printing production stuff on ABS, it's, let's be honest, one of the Vorons. Although a lot of the Mando stuff was printed on the Bamboo and the V400 because they both print ABS really well. And for big stuff that you just want to print quick, this is a 7-hour print on both of them. Like this was a 7-hour print on the Bamboo, and this one was a 7-hour print on the V400. Same settings. So they're both similarly fast machines. But the V400 has more room and it's bigger in print volume. But it's a Delta, so it's big. Can you guess what I printed last night just to regret it when I saw your tweet this morning? Oh, you printed all the beta Stealth Burner stuff. Okay. V2.4 and a Prusa Mark 2.5 Bear. Nice and clean. Yeah, see how his drag chains are nice and compact there? That's putting him in the right way. When you put them in the wrong way, they do this big loopy, which functionally they're probably fine. Like functionally, it's more a cosmetic thing. You run into issues at max set, it might catch on stuff. Current setup: Switchwire, Prusa Mini, V2, V1, mid trying to upgrade, monoprice Mini Delta. Oh, the Mini Delta. I'm waiting. I honestly kind of want to buy one just to have it because look at this. This is so cute. This is a cute. It's like 100 millimeters cubed or round build volume. It's a loud, annoying, shitty machine. But I want one. Many times cheap China chains won't give you the ends to put them in. Yeah, that's true. Kent saying Canada. Ooh, Urkva. That's clean. That's clean. Where is the Urkva at? Or was this done with an Urkva? Or did you just do layer changes? Like manual changes? Actually, I think this wasn't done with an Urkva. I think this was, or a pallet maybe. I don't see Urkva. Nice setup. Nice print. Nice print. Setup's okay, but it's a very nice print. Replace the main board and convert it to clipper. Okay. That's a lot of fans. Yeah, people, okay, so for those that are wondering why you're seeing fans under the bed, convection. So when you have, the hotter your chamber, the better ABS prints. And a lot of other plastics. The hotter, the better. So what you do is you get air moving inside your chamber because that will make your heater, your bed heater on more. So if your bed heats up, it'll heat the air around it, and then the heater will cycle to keep it at its temperature. Well, if you're taking the hot air that's around the bed and you're moving it like a convection oven, the heater goes, oh no, I gotta heat up more. And it will keep the bed at the temperature, but it'll be on more and it'll pump more heat into the system. So for Toasty Boy there, that's one of the things we still gotta do on it. I'm gonna build some Nevermores so that we can get the air moving inside, because once you get the air moving, it heats up more. So flip 1336-4 mystery box. What's in the box? It's a G-Tech. Cool. All the electronics are mounted elsewhere. That's a nice little setup. Nevermore Duo. I might do the Duo and just stick it on the back of Toasty, like, because the Toasty is a V1.8. It's got that box, the electronic box. So I might just stick it there so that the bed moves in front of it. But I don't think I can do the under the bed stuff, simply for the fact that I got a square frame. I don't have the T-slot, so I can't blow air directly across it easily. So I'll just suck up air from the bottom and blow it to the top and just get it going that way. So doesn't it potentially make drafts? So the trick is you don't actually have the fans blowing on the part. You basically just get a convection cycle going where the air just gradually moves around the chamber. It's not like you're sitting there with a leaf blower blowing on the part. You're not running the part cooling fan. You're just moving air in the chamber, and because it's all hot air, you're okay, because the air will be even hotter. The issue with drafts is not the air moving, it's the temperature difference. It's you have hot plastic and all of a sudden, so you're printing ABS open air in your room, right? Printer's here. And it's printing fine. Okay, you're printing with a draft shield and whatnot. You open your door. When you open your door, you shove that big front of cold air across the room and it blows over the part. That part that had nice stable air temperature is now cooled. And when it cools, it shrinks. And it shrinks differently on the outside versus the inside, and it warps. So that's the problem with drafts. It's not the air moving, it's cold air moving into hot air. So if you have an enclosed system where the air is constantly moving and it's constantly at the same temperature, it's not an issue. Roughly. I'm not a scientist, but it works at our scale. Okay, where were we at? Nothing like being caught with your pants down mid overhaul, printing 2.4 parts. Ender 3 clipperized. It was my wife's. Now it's just by a bitch printer. Gets all the abuse experimentation done. Won't cry if it goes pop. We'll be adding two 2.4s on the other shelves. V01 on the desk for quick prototyping, as my electronics workbench is in the printer. Okay, so we got 2 bed flingers. I'm liking the shelving. We got some chopped stickers there. Nice. Good old Mighty Car Mods. I'm loving the cardboard. If it works, it works. Cardboard's a great insulator. Fancy setup. You guys, like, this makes my desktop look horrible. More monitors though. You need more monitors. You can't just have the one. Come on, you gotta have 3. That's how we do it. Nice setup. Nice setup. Need some Captain tape. Yeah, I'm disappointed with the blue tape and green tape. Or is that Captain? That is Captain tape. Giga Chad, he doesn't need Captain tape. He has Captain tape. Ender 3 with some light mods, custom work in progress, Corks Y. Nice. I think this is one of the few first like rolling my own printer designs. So let's take a look. So we got what is that? 3Z motors. 2 rods in the front, 2 in the back. Neat. Work in progress, but I'm only going to show the corner for now. Oh, and the new toolbox shots. Okay, so what do we got? V0, salad fork, V-core. What size V-core? Is that a 200 V-core? Is that a 200 V-core? That's got to be a 200. Yeah, that's got to be a 200 V-core. How'd you build one that quick? Oh, Fabrico guy. That makes sense. And a V2. They reached out to me a while ago asking if I wanted to build one. I said yes, and then I haven't heard from them since. I really want to build that 200 V-core. And then I have a set of these. I gotta find where I put them. You guys gave me some at Murph. Yeah, this 200 V-core, I like this form factor. I like that size. That is a nice size, I think. Ender 3 I got about 2 months ago. Also, put some stuff on the wall, man. Boring. Like, put something. I can't help it 90. I'm like Ikkyo Sotopo. I thought this was a dinosaur name. Look at the album link. You linked it. Oh, you linked an album. Okay. Let me just double check here. Okay, we're good. Ooh, okay. So you got your screwdrivers, you got all the wire. Is this your drawer of assorted wires? That's your drawer of assorted wire legs. And then all your electronics. Jeez. This guy works for Fabrico, so do you work for Fabrico or just associated with? That's a big chunky. That's like the fan they use in the Bamboo for the current air cooling. And all the stepper motors with some. Oops, gotta be careful. The NEMA 20. Are those NEMA 23s? Why you got 3 NEMA 23s? What are you wrenching on? Or you need some NEMA 23s. Put a poster on the, yeah, get like a pinup or something on the concrete. And then you could dig a hole through it to salvation. Okay, so what do we got here? Ender 3. Some filament underneath. Nice little clean setup. Nothing fancy, but it's a very clean setup. With your gaming chair and your 3 monitors. Stack of filament here. Place printer here. Please, what? Here's my wish list setup. Vizio monitor. Oh, come on. Well, what can I judge you? I'm going to judge your choice of water. I guess. I don't know. Come on, Brandon. You need a 3D printer for me to rate your 3D printer setup. So what do we got here? What is that? A switch wire? Switch wire. Bed flinger. Desks. Kagarufu. My 2 printer setup featuring a Jupiter with 2 damaged build plate. They're on the way. Cross your fingers. And my monstrosity modded 2.4. Okay, let's see what you did to the 2.4 here. So DFH, that's a good start. You got some children's artwork in there. Umbilical, so I'm assuming you're running a CAN bus board, which kind of makes sense for umbilical at that point. 116F. Use proper measurements. Where's your skirts? You're skirtless. How'd you get cereal without your skirts? Actually, you don't need your skirts for cereal. You got some fancy doors. Yeah, looking good. It's not that abomination. You got whatever the I seen these on one of the annex machines, the front idlers. Because I guess it fixed the issues that the old 2.4 front idlers had, but the 2.4 R2 idlers took care of it as well. But if you're like me, you're just, if it ain't broke. And an Elegoo Jupiter. I would love to have a big resin to mess around with, but I can't justify at all. F is for fun units. Okay. How far away are you? Measuring the king's thumb. Liquid Death, Pellegrino. I just drink tap water. This is just water out of my tap. I pay my taxes to have good water. So I just want to use my tax money for my water. Okay. Lab is a total disaster right now, but left is clean electronics and assembly. Middle is the shelf I normally use for my printers. Right is for messy stuff like glue and soldering. So, Prusa of the floor, tell me your secrets. Okay. No ceiling, but it's an unfinished basement, a partially finished basement. My prized possession, the grandma's bathroom setup. Okay. Let me just double check here. Anytime you send me a gallery, I gotta open it off screen just to make sure we're kosher before I go live. Do I want to share this? Okay, so this is grandma's setup. Okay, your grandma has some nice artwork on her thing. You got this wire carries the magic pixies that do the burr and make the motors go burr, and make the lights go on. And this carries water. But You got a multimeter there, so that you got that going for you, which is nice. I don't know what is this Leviota thing? Is this like a dehumidifier thing? Okay. Heat gun, some Polymaker filament, failed prints and crafts, and okay, there's your toilet paper. Oh, I got a video. Okay, so it does. So you are actually using this. You're not just messing around. Why you do this? What is it? What did your grandma do to you to subject her bathroom to this condition? Okay. Yeah, you're going on the list. You're going on the list. This is bathroom guy. Bathroom guy. Yeah. Poop and print sessions. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat. Check the GitHub. What? Okay. CR10 S4 proper printing portal mod and printer mods exchange tool head hotspot system. Tool heads for printing, the other for laser engraving, cardboard box, and Ender 3. Rest of the setup. That is way off that extrusion. Is that? Oh, when you run a tool change setup or a tool head change setup, you gotta have it. But that is a country mile away from that extrusion. Oh, the bed moves. Or your tower moves. What? Oh, I know what the setup. Yeah, this is the proper printing thing. He did this. So the tower moves on this. So the bed doesn't move anymore. The tower moves on this setup. Yeah, so the tower actually physically moves back and forth in this setup. You got some fish over here. I can't really zoom. And you got a droid. And oh, look at you flexing with your 3080 and 3090s. Got some fish over here. VR. 3080, 3090s. Must be nice. Scalper. No, they only have two, so I don't think they're scalping. But why? That way, if you're moving the gantry, your bed doesn't move. So if you're printing like long or tall stuff, your bed doesn't move. The printed object doesn't move, which has advantages depending on what you're printing. It's like on a Voron, it's Core XY and the gantry moves. It's a gantry slinger, exactly. Okay. So this is actually the end of yesterday. So if you entered, there you go. So all we have left are the entries from last night and today. Just swap my 1080 for... Yeah, I know the prices recently went down. Oh my god, the hair is getting bad. The hairline is going north. I remember, this is the very first spool of filament I ever bought. It was on sale on Amazon. And an ender. Okay, so these are all the entries that were put in because we reopened, I think. There's a V2. Wood paneling is always good. It's a little rustic. Like an RV or a camper or a boat. Houseboat. Okay. Ender wire, a custom gantry printer. Meltotron. And oh wow, that looks really small. What is that? Why does that printer look really small? Is that like a mini switch wire? I waited 384 days in the EVGA queue for 3080. Jeez. By the time you get it, it's outdated. Well, actually not. But Meltotron. This is cool. Filament inside the enclosure, I guess. That's an Ender 3 conversion. It just looks really small, but I guess I'm used to the switch wire having the really big front and back. So when you don't have that, it looks a lot smaller. Meltotron, some SpaceX stuff, bunch of printed stuff, computer, Mr. DFH, can you elaborate what I'm looking at here? I can see a table, and then below the table is a floor, and this appears to be a V2 at some sort of angle and not exactly on the table anymore. Printer fall down. How did the table collapse? I'm assuming this looks like a chunk's missing out of here. The front fell off. Yeah, the front fell off. Do you have any pictures of the damage? Like, did the table just spontaneously, you know, deconstruct? What happened there? It was a 350 and a 300 on the table. So that caught the table and prevented it from collapsing all the way. Oh, okay. Tore the leg off moving a horse mat. Oh! And the printer was on it and then it all came tumbling down, tumbling down. So it's not really set up as much as an accident. So I can't really... That sucks. Hopefully the printer's not completely borked, but... The extrusions might be a little twisted. Yeah, the table had a RUD, rapid unplanned disassembly. RMS. Oh, this is a clean setup. Got some VR stuff, glue gun, V0, and a V2. Very clean, very clean. Dustin Speed. Oh, look at Dustin all fancy with his fancy LEDs. It's a clean setup. That's a clean setup. Is it cleaner than any of these other setups? I don't know. I don't think so, but it is a clean setup. Oh, what's the video?
We go to the workshop.
All right, so this is a video. The door opens, so that's good. You got a computer on the ground there. There's a donkey. Can you see any printers? Do you guys see any printers? Is that... That's a V2 back there, I think. Is that a printer? Well, at least your door opens. You got room, that means you got more room for printers. Resin printer in the background. Okay. So there is a printer in there. That's just a messy room. Ugh, the wiring. I'm so glad that, like, a lot of new printer designs are better with wiring. Like, this kind of... I'm so glad we don't deal with these abortions anymore. This kind of spaghetti. Ooh, fancy. So you got your basement, V2, V0, don't know what that is. Is that an R2? That is an in-progress R2 with speakers. Are you waned? Are you building? Okay, somebody likes R2, obviously. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many R2s are in this room? Oh my god, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is there any on this desk? 11. And then the partial one. So 11 and a half R2s. 11 and a quarter R2s. Beep boop. I think it's favored as C3PO. And so yeah, I'm assuming this person is building an R2 unit. Camera pan back, revealing the room shaped like an R2. First 3D printer, a 9-year-old MakerBot 2X, now clipperized and bootstrap. Nice. We had one of these at work, and it was horrible. But it was like the first 3D printer I ever actually saw in person was a MakerBot Replicator 2X. It was horrible. We got a V2. I'm gonna get tired. Dual monitors, printer setup. Nice and clean. Jack is tech support. Klingon? I believe that's the Klingon flag. V2, or actually no, what? V2? No, that's a Trident V2. 2 bears or Prusa-esque printers. Klingon, yeah, Klingon. Fortunately, I don't speak any Klingon. Come at me, bro. Okay. Let's dive in with a fine-tooth comb. So, is that the electronics? Is your controller board inside a Tupperware container? Is that where your electronics live? Is inside the Tupperware container with blue tape holding a fan on it? Oh, it's okay though. He's got Capricorn too. It's all good. So when your print's done and your dinner's done, you can put it in the same container to keep it warm. Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi gets a proper case. You put the Raspberry Pi in a proper case, but the printer electronics go in some Tupperware. And look at the wiring. Look at this wiring. Look at this. It's out in the open. If you're cold, it's cold. Bring it inside. Look at this wiring. Come on. Come on. Print the box. Shove the wiring in the box. Come on. I don't think... The problem is we have a printer that's entirely printed with electronics everywhere. So I don't think this one's worse than that. But the Raspberry Pi is actually expensive. Yeah, the Raspberry Pi is expensive. It gets a proper box. Nice clean basement setup. V2. There's your stairs. So I'm surprised we haven't seen any Harry Potter under the stairs setup, but this one's pretty close because there's the stairs. We got a switch wire conversion and a V2. Nice clean setup. I think I have the same exact table on my computer upstairs. Yeah, my computer desk upstairs is this exact same table, I think. Yeah, where are the Joker builds? We suddenly went through all the Joker builds up front. Everyone was so excited to show off their Joker builds. Half built 2.4. Carpeting! People are crazy. Okay, it's on tile. That makes sense. Past and present, which could be which. Okay, so what do we got here? What do we got here? We got a... is that a Micron? And a Trident. And we have... that! It's got fancy LEDs. I'm assuming green means good. So I'm assuming, here's the thing, we're rating your printer setup. This is in the past. This is no longer your setup. This is your setup, and this is actually a really nice setup. So while this is jank, and I don't even know what these bags are, and blue tape, like this is jank. But you're not using it anymore, so it's no longer your setup. It's the past. This is your setup, and this is a nice setup. So this cancels out the jank. It's still jank, and I'm calling you out on it being jank. But it's not your current setup. So... I paid for the whole bed, I'm gonna use the whole bed. V2 on a lax printing stuff. What do you got? What are you drinking? What are you drinking there? Extreme what? Extreme what? What is so extreme about that? No, you can't. Okay. What is that? Extreme what? Oh, that's hairspray. Oh, I thought it was like energy drink or something. Okay. Got a V2. We got a video here. If it decides to load. While it's doing that, how you guys doing tonight? Everyone doing good? Have a good week. Saturday night. Hope you're enjoying your weekend so far. If you haven't liked the smash button, go ahead and do that. If you haven't entered for the draw to win yourself some Polymaker filament, do that as well.
Here's a short video of the startup process for this switch wire Ender 3.
Hey, this is a 6-minute video. Okay, we're not going to watch the 6-minute video, but there's your setup. That's a nice setup. Getting pizza going good. Ooh, pizza. I can go for some pizza. Too many nice setups. I gotta throw in my jank. Ah, there we go. That's what I like to see. More jank. So we're in the basement. Let's see. What are we looking at here? What are we looking at here? Okay. So crawl space basement type setup. And yeah, a V0. Okay, V0. I thought this was like a wall of security cameras at folks, but they're like acro bins or something. You got your spray foam. You do got your fire extinguisher, so that's good to see. Got your rubber pad to put your feetsies on. Yeah, it's a little jank. This is a living room. It's a little jank. I don't think it's the jankiest jank setup that ever janked, but we'll add it to the list just in case. Fire extinguisher in the box. Yeah, take the fire extinguisher out of the box. Gotta be ready to roll. Be gentle. Modded Ender 5. Tell me to be gentle. I'm gonna blow the pictures up and we're gonna inspect it. That a light? I'm assuming that's a light. Okay. Oh, wiring. Oh, wiring. Okay, all the Wagos floating out in the open. You could do this so much better. Okay, wood. I can understand the wood. I can understand just bolting it. It's grounded. Wood screws. What am I looking at here? How is this mounted? Are those just wood screws right through the controller board? Okay, so there's your camera. You got your 5-volt power supply. You got the wood screws. Pi 0. Okay. Is that a printed mount? And it just so why all the Wagos? And is that a male DuPont into a JST? Is that a male DuPont into a JST? Where's that going? What's that going? What's that going to? What are you feeding that? That is an end stop. That is an end stop. Why do you have... You could just swap the... What? You got tape? Okay, this is ground tape. That's not ground. That'll be one ground. Yeah. You got another DuPont, male DuPont to JST. Okay. Who is this? Slake. Okay. Slake. Bring it in. Okay. I'm gonna show you something, Slake. I'm gonna give you some homework. Okay. You're gonna go on Amazon tonight. Okay. You're gonna buy one of these. Okay. You're gonna buy one of these. It's a set of JST connectors. Okay. And then what you're also gonna do, you're not gonna be fancy. gonna get yourself some wire strippers and a crimper. You don't have to get a PA09. You can get a cheaper set. But you're gonna go purchase those 3 items, and you're gonna redo your wiring so it doesn't look like, you know, some like bad Halloween movie wires everywhere. You know, the spaceship just blew up and all the wires are dangling. That, come on, man. What? It's current year. Current year. We have the technology. We have the ability to make our printers look good. At least zip tie it all together. Why? Oh. Hello, puppy. How you doing? You want to come say hi? Aw. What were you in? What were you in? Wood, were you outside eating some sticks? Where's your good boy? How are your ears? Your ears are doing so much better, eh, buddy? You excited to go on the trip next week? Hey? Excited to go on the trip? Go on the car ride? I'm gonna get all that fur in the rental car. Okay, goodbye. You wanted to come say hi. Engagement, doggo! Duff $6.99 doggo returns. Crimping ain't easy. I sell a shirt. It's actually quite easy to crimp. Like, you zip tied the USB cable. Like this just goes. Oh, it looks okay up here. What's this? What is this? Where does this go? What is this next to the bed? What? Slake, be gentle. I can't be gentle. You need some tough loving. It's current year. Printers look better. No, you're not going to that page. No. No. How old is he? I don't know. As far as I know, Slake 1 is a goldfish. That's all I know. Slake 1 is a goldfish. With horrible wiring skills. Come on. Like, no, granted, they are proper connectors. There's Wagos. The DuPont into JST is a little sketch because it's not a solid connection. It's just friction. But you can make it look good. Old enough to know better. There's YouTube videos on how to do it. Goldfish can't use crimpers. Giga Chad. Okay, Giga Chad, are you ready for this? Why you got a picture of kids on the wall? So we got Coca-Cola, we got that, we got whatever that is, we got a GoPro case. We got a rock. Got some Q-tips, we got some super glue, a bunch of super glue, we got some chips on the floor. You want to get ants? This is how you get ants, okay? Leo the Human, $10. Doggo, cheers. That's how you get ants. You got some printed stuff. Art Tim base on your CR10 thing. Why do you have pictures of kids? Are you a kindergarten? I'm okay, you're a teacher. That makes sense. Okay. Giga Chad. Where the captain tape at? How old is Doggo? He's 10 and a half. He's getting old. Check the 5-volt power wires. Oh, do I want to check the 5-volt power wires? Oh my god, don't make me look at the 5-volt power wires. Okay. So, there's the ground. So this is power going in. So they come down to a Wago. And then they come up to the power supply, but they also come over to the connector. It's a little sketchy, but I see proper connectors. And then 5-volt comes out. You got a ground. At least there's a ground. 5-volt comes out and goes right into... Where does the 5-volt go? Doggo comes out. Goes into the pie. Okay. Yeah, Doggo is a Shepherd Husky mix and he's 10.5. Printer should have... This is why to get a Voron serial, you have to show you have clean wiring. It's a safety thing. At least they have ferrules. I'm going to stop looking at that one. Okay. Mine, not too big, not too small, but need more printers waiting for V400. That's a nice cozy setup. You got all your little storage containers, all your assorted screws, some deltas, and some resin. He's a member of the Pujo Club. I don't think I've ever said Pujo ever. I've watched Top Gear. I know the word exists. I know what it is. I think this is actually the first time I've ever said Pujo. Ever. Pujo. Is it Pujo? Peugeot? Uh-oh. The European car company. I've never seen a car in my life from that company. Except on Top Gear. Pujo. Okay. So we got a V2 on the floor. And a nice little work desk. Nice home office studio. Electric desk so I can raise and lower it. Ooh, fancy. Great 3D lab. I wish you would give me some info about this. So we got a V2, bed flares, a bunch of KP3Ss. So remember when a lot of people mentioned were running KP3Ss as print farm printers, and I guess here they are. That's a clean setup. That's a clean setup. Okay, so create 3D lab. Yeah, do you have... Nope. But I'm gonna snoop your name to see if I can find anything. Create 3D lab, additive manufacturing solutions. I'm not gonna pull the website up, but I just want to see what they do. Yeah, they just run a print farm. Yeah, they just run a print farm. That's cool. Neat. It's what Joe does after a big meal. The thing is, I'm assuming that here's the thing, like the rule is if this is your printer at work, it doesn't count. But if you own the company, which the account that posted this is Create 3D Lab, it counts. Like this is your setup. So if you own the company and it's your printer for your company that you own, it's your setup. So you're using it for work. That's fine. I got no problem against commercial. It's somebody taking a picture of their Stratasys at work that, hey, this is my setup, and it's a Stratasys. It's like, no, you don't own that printer. You don't own the company that owns that printer. So. Prima Neutrina. Sad the contest did not end. We extended it. What do we got here? We got Bad Influence. We've got a Ender, which I believe she's actually modding it right now. I follow her on the Twitters. We got some plushies. Yeah, is that a printed dragon? No. The mounting all your tools on the printer. I tried that once. I think I did that when I first got into 3D printing, and then they all rattled and I ripped them off. They got annoying really quick. So we got a little electronic box, Raspberry Pi there, so I don't know what's in there, but it's your little Ender setup in your living room, on your IKEA bench. You're missing all the little caps. You're missing all the little caps that plug the screw holes. Prima, you're missing all the little caps. Nicholas, where's... Oh, there it is. Ooh, I got my purples and my blues on. I'm gonna go play some Cyberpunk. Everyone does that. Yeah, everyone, that's one of like the first things everyone does. I'm gonna print the holder for all the Allen keys that came with my printer, and then like they start jingling and you're like, yeah, no. Or one falls off in the print. then you got a bed flinger on your lax. The synthwave, yeah. Then again, that's the music I use for my channel. Why enclose the printer when you can close the workspace? So these are usually these type of enclosures are usually for growing organic herbs and spices. But you can, if you have, fumes and whatnot that you're worried about, and you don't have the ability to enclose the entire room, you can buy one of these herb and succulent growing apparatuses to help. Makes sense. It's fancy. You got the little HVAC system going there. You got a belt printer, some resin. Organic herbs. Like lettuce. What do we got here? New desk. Wasn't taking a chance with Boeing this time. There you go. Ooh, that's a nice setup. It's my computer room with printers and DVDs. Who owns Blu-rays? Stream. Got your VR set. I've got the same like wall-mounted stuff for my Rift. Keep it out of the way. Two trees. 5 bones for being more than 5 minutes late. Love them notifications. Matt Shimmy, the schedule doesn't change. Mondays and Tuesday, or Monday, or no, I don't even know what days I stream. Tuesdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Eastern. Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern. Schedule is not changing till September. Although, not next week, the week after I'm gone for a week, so there won't be any streams. Why the hell is the level up that high? You wanted to make sure the ceiling was level. How else you gotta check, make sure the ceiling's level? Twas just a Tomako tent. Tomako. Okay, so what do we got here? We got a nice V2. Oh, with the flush mounted deck. That's nice. Oh, family's doing fine. Little guy's fine. He just had a mild allergic reaction to his booster shot. But daycare was kind of freaking out because he had a rash on his arm, so like, we had to go get him, take him to the doctor, and give him some over-the-counter stuff, and he's fine now. Did you just post a picture of a bunch of booze? What do we got here? Bright. What is bright? Am I is that? Oh, don't post anything with your addresses, guys. What is bright? Closet V2. Why is it changing in December? I said September. September, the little guy starts school. So because of that, I will be bringing him to and from school. We live so close to the school, he doesn't get a bus. So I got to go pick him up and drop him off. So in September, when the little guy starts school, his school is like 8:20 a.m. to like 2:40 p.m. So with my wife's schedule, she does rotation. For the 2 weeks she's on afternoons, I won't be able to stream at 2 because it's just being the little guy and I can't stream for 3 hours with a 4-year-old let loose upstairs. That don't work. So it'll be 2 weeks of an earlier stream, even earlier. I'm probably gonna stream like 11 to 2. So it'll be 2 weeks of 11 to 2 on Monday or on Tuesday and Friday, and then 2 weeks of later. I might move it back a little bit, do like 3 to 5 or something like that. So, or 3 to 6 or something. We'll figure it out. Doggo can babysit. But yeah, so in September the schedule, but until September, that's the schedule. That's been the schedule for a couple weeks or a couple months now. Yeah, it's a clean setup. That is a really big spool of filament. How is that not? It's gonna fall off. There's nothing to keep that filament from falling off. It's gonna take out your tool head. You better hope that doesn't bow. That is just gonna go. Big head mode. DK mode. Engaged. And that's full too. How? I don't know what the weight limit is on the Ender 3 spool holder. You, the printer, she tells you not to worry about. Hey, that's a perfectly capable machine. It's printing Voron parts that built the Voron. Perfectly capable machine. Who's going to babysit us? I will. It'll just be earlier in the day. It'll be like 11 to 2 instead of 2 to 5. What do we do? 2 to 5? It'll be like 11 to 2 for 2 weeks, and then it'll be 2 to 5 for the other 2 weeks or something like that. We'll figure it out. We got time. A pulse. I haven't seen a pulse. That's the first pulse we've seen. And a CR10 on a cabinet in the closet. Will be your lunch break. Yeah. Oh, doggo! Doggo! Okay, so these are, we're getting near the end, I think. Erica, Veronica. Is that a Betty reference? So what do we got here? Modded Ender 3 with a whole bunch of jank on the tool. Or actually, is that an M4? That's an M4 feeding directly into a Revo. You know, you can just build a stealth burner tool head. I'm pretty sure there's a mount for it. And the camera is taped to the screen. The camera is taped to the plexi. That might be a little jank. Yeah, this is going in the jank setup because it's a little jank. That's going in the jank setup. The M4 is a Bowden. If you want direct drive, just build the stealth burner because it holds the Revo and it's got the same gearing type setup. Like, never fail me, so never. I guess if it works. They have names. Oh, I know. Erica and Veronica. Okay, so we got the camera with a laptop looking at the printer. Little netbook running Clipper, I'm assuming. Okay, left and right of the room. Left is workbench and arcade. Right is my printer bench with Haribo 3030 modded Prusa and Progress 2.4 rep box provide necessary capacity for the plant IRCFA. Not shown on the storage shelf. Underneath is Elegoo Saturn. Filament storage is on the red shelf that's over the room. Ooh, I like this. Wall mounted monitor. So it's messy, but it's in progress. This will be a nice setup once you get it all sorted out. So there's the in progress Voron. There's that. Rep boxes. This will be a nice setup once it's cleaned up. Because that's not jank. So this kind of keeps you out of like the best category because it's a mess, but it's not a horrible mess. Heresy that lives in my dresser in my bedroom. That's not heresy, it's a Prusa on a concrete slab. You're fine. Yuri, this after spending days cleaning and organizing. You can see the desk, it's clean. So we got a V0 and a salad fork, a bunch of. I never use screwdrivers on my printers. Okay, I like the Allen keys, normal Allen keys, or the electric. I know some people swear by like the screwdriver Allen keys, or hex bits, but. First picture shows two Prusa Mark III printers, sort of stock Mark IIIs. Bear upgrades, so they've been upgraded a bunch. Nice. Tower of Lax, you know, I don't think that's Lax, and a nice V2 with the or a V0 with the LGX Lite. Yep, my desk is. Yeah, if you could see, if you could see your desk, if you could see the desktop, or you can see any portion of your floor, you're clean. It's when you can't see the desk or the floor, then it's a mess. We got a tent on a CR10. If it works. What is that? Micron in the bedroom, apartment, makerspace for photos. In the closet, one of the fire alarms, send me a text if it goes off a second for redundancy. Okay, so we got Crusoe of the closet. Tell me your secrets. Kitty. We are officially a doggo channel, but kitties are acceptable when they are cute. Got some laundry. What is... Okay, I thought this was like a printer for a second, but it's like a... I don't know. What is this supposed to be? It's cool, but... V0, unenclosed. Or actually, no, that's a Micron. Unenclosed. Hey, I know that guy. I know that guy. And I know that guy. I know all three of these people. They're good people. CR10. When is salad fork? After I get back from the vacation, so August some point. Can't get all four machines in the same picture with the floor plan, but here they are. So what do we got? We got a Doom Cube, a K3, and a graphics card. Is that a... Yeah, that's a Doom Cube. That's a K3, I believe. A V2 and a Trident. Nice. Legend Shammy had to drag the old Chiron bed slinger out of retirement tonight to print a prototype for the BTT Manta. Then 2.4 rebuild because of course the Manta and Octopus have different hole patterns. Yes, they do. Ooh, that's a big chunk of this printer. That is big. Is that like 500? Massive bed flingers. I just can't. No. Rage. Nothing says rage like a little chibi cartoony octopus. I'm so angry. Fancy. I don't know what machine that is. $400, $400, $450. Oof. I'm getting tired. It's been a long day for me. We are a doggo preferred channel, but we will accept cats if they're cute. Like this channel does have a doggo bias. We'll be honest about that. But cats are acceptable if they're cute, like Charlie. A cat is fine too. Blue tape on a V-wheel bed flinger, but it's got a touchscreen now. And an M4 extruder. My Ender 3 V2, swap both fans. Most likely they failed. Oh, the wiring. And the zip ties to hold the wiring up out of the way. If it works. What about reptiles? Depends on the reptile. At that point, it's not there's any bias at that point. It's just they are there. So we got a V2 on the floor with carpet. A V0 on the floor with carpet. You guys are monsters with your carpet. Oh, you're building a desk. Ooh, that's nice. What you got there? What's in there? That's some organizational. Very nice. Slew on the floor, but I'm working on a custom workbench for him. The drawer's already finished and hopefully use the rest soon. We can finally have printers. There you go. Yeah, get them off the floor. Like, I know it's not like a computer, but I worry about electricity, like static electricity with carpet and electronics, so. Modified Voron 1.8 with custom desk and modified Ender 3 clone in the cupboard. So down there. It's a little dark. Need some lighting, man. So these are $850. How many more do we have left? Oop. Maker Mariaki gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers. Gridfinity. I think that's Gridfinity. I've looked into it, but I haven't gone around to it because I don't really have drawers in this room. I do have like a work, like I've got the toolbox there, the Husky toolbox, but that's already filled with stuff that's like in cases and whatnot. So I haven't really looked into Gridfinity because I don't have drawers anymore. Like everything's kind of piled. Okay, I'll begin with 2 self-source Ultimaker Extended Plus for the basement. Next Minda Rock 3 had to be voronized because the main board is broken and cannot be replaced from Minda. Oof. Hobby must go on tour with the truck, starting prints and setting, of course, only on break, but no problem with vibration. Nice. So we got a fire extinguisher, we got 2 Ultimakers. Nice lighting setup. That's a clean setup. Filament, wall-mounted filament. Clipper BTT collab board. Maybe. Here's the problem with controller boards. It's a 32-bit board with TMC drivers running Clipper. They all perform exactly the same. It doesn't matter what the board has. Like, it's a 32-bit board with TMC drivers running Clipper. The moment, once it's running, it doesn't matter. It'll perform the same as an Octopus. It'll perform the same as every other 32-bit board with TMC drivers running Clipper. The only difference is the hookups to it and the form factor, which take 2 seconds to go over. So unfortunately, covering controller boards is boring. It's like reviewing 3D or like reviewing printer motherboards. It's not so much the board because it's just the hookup for everything, especially with Clipper now. Like back in the day, you know, better boards meant a lot, but with Clipper, an 8-bit ramps outruns a Duet 2 running Clipper. So it's hard to review or show off boards, especially because like I'd have to rewire an entire printer to use that specific board. So yeah. Dodecadaemon. Daemon or Demon? I could have, when it's D-A-E, it's Daemon. And then Demon is D-E-M-O-N, I think. But either way, $50. Cheers. Thank you. Appreciate it. Love the channel and your live streams on 2.4 R2 were invaluable in putting mine together. That's awesome here. Sorry it's red and black and not a Joker. Go Team Cat. Cheers. It's reviewing printer motherboards is like computer motherboards. We're at the point now where the motherboard really doesn't matter. It's 32-bit TMC drivers running Clipper. They'll all pretty much perform exactly the same. There's nothing to really judge on other than, hey, quality control, and does it have the hookups that you want? And it's in the price range you want. Is what it is. Like, I have some Physek boards. They're like, when are you going to review them? I'm like, I don't know. Here's what they look like. This is what you can plug into it. Otherwise, it'll just print your printer will print the same benchy that it did before. Which TMC drivers? Oh, probably 2209s. Let's be honest. Most of the modern TMCs you won't notice much of a difference. Unless you're running like high voltage and you're actually pushing your printer at the point where high voltage matters. Which, let's be honest, the vast majority of people are not. Can you use an 8-bit board? Yep, you can run ramps. Ramps was very common with Clipper back in the day. Do a roundup on it and what printer is best suited. Whatever printer needs the hookups that the board has. If you're looking at a V2, you need something with 8 drivers or 7 drivers or more. If you're looking at a V0, you want a small board with 4 drivers. Like that's pretty much all there is to it. Is buy the board that's in the price range with the hookups you need for the printer you want. Make sure it's 32-bit and has TMC drivers. Beyond that, you won't notice a single thing in print quality difference. Okay, so we got that. Did we look at this one already? We looked at this one already. Yeah, we've seen this one already. Boot. Go bed flinger with a... It's just me or that stealth burner look a little chunky. This has got some, you know, Pixar mom hips going on with this stealth burner. Is that just me? That it's looking a little bit thicker than normal? Is that just me? Or is that just like the image got squished? Seen this one already. Got Bruises of the Closet. Tell me your secrets, along with the V0. Need too much filament. Okay, here's my living work area room. Got lots of Vorons, V2.4, Big Boy, my Voron Trident, my Micron, V01, Ender Switchwire, Prusa Mark III, self-source. So there we go. This is your bedroom. I got a little Voron badge thingy. Clean your desk. Micron printers on lax. Enclosed Trident. Well, you got the power switch in the front, but whatever. Mod. And an ERCFA. Need to clean, but it's fine. You can go over what's a good minimum for any spec Voron. There. Are you building a V2 or Trident? Get an Octopus. Every other one. Ender 3. SKR2. Or not Ender 3. Like, yeah. Whatever the manual says, just go with that. Because it'll be pre-set up for that. Like the configs and everything will just work. So whatever the manual tells you to buy for a controller board, just do that. Your printer will print just as good as any other controller board, pretty much. You're running Clipper. Well, integrating the 80XL on the controller board makes no sense because the 80XL's got to be on the tool head or the bed, depending on the printer, or it might have to be in both. So it's there. So we got some cabinets with some bed flingers and a V0 with the big top hat. Is that Trident crooked? It's got a gangster lean. It's okay. Ooh, here we go. Obi-Wan with the Force. My 2 LDO Voron kits to the left. Next to my PC, electronic workspace, custom-made desk. Lots of Star Wars decor, lightsabers, nice chairs, TV, movie posters. It's my room, work in progress. Still have some shelves and things to do. Ooh. Ooh, this is a nice setup. Okay, so we got all the Star Wars stuff, the Nanoleaf stuff, which I looked into getting, like, some Nanoleafs just to put on the back here. No, they are way too much. No. 80XL on a can tool head. Yeah, at that point, yeah, but on the controller itself makes no sense. It's a nice setup. Iron Man V2. Nice. Oh, it's a little loft area. That's a nice setup. Carpet. VR. Don't be playing the VR next to the stairs. Be safe. Yeah, that's it. You know what? Obi-Wan with the Force. So you get to go on the list. That's a nice setup. You get to go on the list. Print your own nail. Oh, I know you can print them. I'm just lazy. Just waiting on like really cheap China ones. Okay. So that's a nice setup. So we got a V2 300 and a V2 225 work in progress. Nice. Oddball size. The plane. And some quads. That's a nice cozy setup. Yeah, we'll be voting later on. Although I'm just realizing it's 10:30 and we still have. Oh, actually today at 6. We're getting to the end. My shop space is currently a mess, but this is where I spend most of my free time. That's a nice setup. I'm just jelly of people that have room. Oops, see, it says CNC. Oh, and a Death Racer. Who is this? Jay Hurst. That's oh. Why you do this to me? This isn't 3D printing, so this doesn't qualify. But you got your vertical mill, you got your lathe. Oh. Got your spindle there. Somebody has time for hobbies. Nice. I'm jelly of the people with money. Room and money. That's all I want. You know, that's all I want. Nothing major. I just want, room and then money to fill the room with cool stuff. Why do I have one kid and no money when I can have one money and no kid? So, Jay Hurst, I like your setup, but the CNC or the machining stuff don't count. Because it's 3D printer setup, not machining setup. My custom modified X-Max, completely modified Dobot. What's a Dobot? And my custom mini V-core filament dispensing bay, all housed in built-in robe with deducted extractor fans controlled by 62. What? Okay, let's see. Okay, so it's a short. So see what we got here. Yeah, if you post a video for the future reference, if you share a video that's like 6 minutes, we're not gonna watch it. But if it's like 1,000 square feet, oh, I've been trying to find somewhere to rent that is like a couple hundred square feet, and I got nothing. I better not get DMCA'd for this music that you got going on here. Let me turn that off. Okay, so pause. What do we got here? That's fancy. That's Gucci. I don't know if it's Gucci enough to beat the others, but that is a very nice setup. A Lulzbot Taz. I think this is the first one we've seen tonight. They are big, and they are dinosauric. I think they're still running on A4988s or DRVs or something. Okay, Vex, Yem, enclosure is work in progress. Got some 120mm fans lying around. It's also pretty clearly covered. Enclosure enclosed. Gonna integrate a filament sensor in the top. When the box is done, the current hot end, LGX, blah, blah. It's gonna be replaced with a Revo Warren after installed belted Z. Nice. All fancy with enclosing your printer. Got your fire extinguisher. Is that a no? That's not a fire extinguisher. Revo Voron. That's good to see. By the way, should have Obsidians next week. Ooh, dual 5015. This bad boy can fit so much part cooling in here. Ooh. So we got what? V01 Trident 2.4 SR Mark 3S Mini Mars 2. Not too shabby. Printer in the way of that rack, but not too shabby. Carpet though. The Thingiverse mount. Oh man, I have a picture that's like Thingiverse salesman. This bad boy can fit so much part cooling in here, and all it is just a list of 5015 mounts for like enders. B1XN mod printing baby cube. Aw, I like little printers. It's so small. Got a Tasmania real workhorse, superb built quality though. Yeah, they're tanks. They're dinosauric though. They are old way of designing printers, but they are tanks. The current Lulzbot offerings, I'm very not thrilled about because the Sidekick, you're paying Prusa money for a V-wheel bed flinger. That it's hard. $1,000 used to be good printer money. Okay, you got a Prusa Mark III and other equivalent printers for $1,000. The problem is those printers haven't changed, and this is out, and the V400 is cheaper. Like, it is getting harder and harder to justify that $1,000 price point with machines that are not brand new, because there are machines coming out that are $750 to $1,000 that are just blowing them away now. So, like the Sidekick is $1,000+ machine. That's a V-wheel bed flinger. That's $1,000. Now, granted, the base model without the AMS, but the Sidekick doesn't have an AMS and it's pretty basic. So, ever hear? Oh, I know labor costs are a thing. I fully understand you can't build that cheap, but the thing is, you have to understand the vast majority of people don't care. They look at the number sheet and they go, "This is the same price or cheaper and beats this printer in every single number." But this one's made in China. Most people don't care. I've spoken to a lot of people don't care. Because it is what it is. Okay. Creality's been digging at the bottom for so long, their market is gone because other companies are doing cheap printers that are better. Prusa has their price point, and they make a really good machine at that price point. That's why people use them in print farms. Like, there are solid machines that are proven reliable. They're gonna have an issue though with people getting into the hobby, buying a Prusa, I think, because you have that person getting into the hobby going, "I have $1,000. What printer should I buy?" Well, here's the spec sheet for the Bamboo, the V400, and a Prusa Mark III. Just looking at the spec sheets, how do you justify a Prusa Mark III? Just looking at the spec sheets. Is the AMS compatible? Yes, I believe it is. People need to be aware of where the money is going. To the person you're buying the printer from. It's a global economy. It is what it is. But yeah, if you're looking at the spec sheets of a Bamboo, an FL Sun V400, and a Prusa Mark III, and you have the person is sitting there with $1,000 in their hand, and you can tell them just the specs of the printer, how do you justify a Prusa Mark III? To somebody who's never been involved in 3D printing and doesn't care about where it's built. They just want to buy a printer and I have $1,000. What's the best printer I can buy? Here are your three options. Sell me on the Prusa. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. Now, schools, people who need fleets of them, it makes sense. Okay, there still is a market for it. But on a person who just wants to buy one printer, yes, the Bamboo is still an unknown because it's not fully released yet. Like, I have to do a software update on here. Mine's out of date. But this is a 7-hour print in ASA actually, with complete default settings. That part broke off, my fault. But this is a 7-hour print, default settings in ASA. It works. So. Sinjablo. We got some. All the lax. Hello, this is IKEA. What would you like to buy? A lax cabinet. How many? Yes. We got a little CNC, V0, V2. Yeah. See, Apple 3D. It just works. Yeah. Like, I will never poo-poo their support and their build quality. They are good machines. The problem is the machine that you get spec-wise is getting outclassed very quickly. Very quickly. Okay, so rack with some printers and some filament. V2 350 on a reinforced lax table with port Ender 3 Pro. Where's the Ender 3 Pro? Oh, relegated to the closet. Carpet. People with carpet. Got it in Bamboo with final release software and everything yet. They haven't shipped production units yet. Apparently, the software is now final. Like, you can download Bamboo Studio. It's open. They've released the source and all that. You can download Bamboo Studio. That is the production model of the AMS on it. I have the old one there. I know a few people offered to buy it because I made a joke about selling it. I'm not going to sell it. It's not production hardware. It's questionable. Plus, I'm going to keep it because I want to potentially try and get it working on another printer. Yeah. Oh, that's it. We're done. We are done. That is the end. Entries are closed. Bruh. Well, okay. Entries are closed. Okay. Here are the rules. 2 winners will be drawn. Note, anything posted on this channel will be shown on stream. Please sure to show us what you got. 2 winners will be shown. Pool of potential winners shows me the voted on by chat. Do not post anything other than your entry in this channel. Chat discussions will be deleted. Oh, I gotta go. Where's the actual rules? Jump. Okay. Contest closes yesterday at the start of stream. So I had to close the contest because it is live. Because it is live, I can't have somebody making a joke because people on the internet are dumb nowadays, and you know, they're all edgelord teens who, you know, do shock stuff. So because it is live, I can't have people having the ability to post stuff that will show up on my screen while I'm live streaming that might be potentially against YouTube's terms of service. This is my job. I really don't want to get a channel strike. So I had to lock it down when I went live. It is what it is. So it's like in the future, if we do stuff with voice chat, it will be members only, because at least at that point, you're kind of vetted. At least you're a member of the channel. You're not just some random person. So you'll be vetted people basically for voice chat, just because it is live. There are standards and things I have to make sure. I can't be showing stuff that is naughty. And I know people are on the internet are like that. So Maker Source, I trust you. There's 1,000+ people on the Discord already somehow. I don't trust everyone. So it's better to say, I wish I could keep it open and more people could enter. Don't get me wrong. It's just for, you know, logistical reasons, we had to cap it. I gave you guys an extra day. So again, we'll have another contest next month, and it's going to be open for weeks. You'll have weeks to enter. So. Okay, so we need to pick some people here. So I don't know how this is going to work. I need to narrow this down because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're gonna do the best ones first. Okay. So we got Bill Burr. Can I zoom in more and make it actually legible? I don't know why this like. There we go. Okay. So Bill Burr, Emmerich, Cross, Rufinus. This one's gone. Sorry, Rufinus. Fish FPV. Vision Creations. I'll pull proper pictures up after. Okay. PF Dennis. The modded Ultimaker goes. I don't know why. Some of these really did not take screenshots well. Timbot 2. I really like this setup. This is a cozy setup. I like that setup. This setup's kind of cool too, but you know what? Sorry. Gotta delete some more here. This is a cool room, but it's a 2 not 3D printer, I think. Sorry, Cross. Bill. Sorry, Bill. Whack. See, the PF Dennis one is okay. It's mostly this one room here that I like. Sorry. I don't know at this point. How many do we got? We got 1. Fish FPV. PF Dennis. Fish FPV. Timbot 2. See, the problem is we got Timbot 2 is a production thing. But it's his own business. And this is also a business. My LDO run kiss some off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm sorry, Fish. Only one of these companies gets to stay. Once we get down to 5, we'll do a poll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one won because it has more printers and a cleaner setup, in my opinion. And more Vorons. The thing is, I think Emmerich's is more... You know what? We're going to do 6. We're going to do 6. Okay. So we've got winner. So if you're on the Discord, go and look these people up. I'm going to leave the poll open for 10 minutes. So we're going to leave it up for 10 minutes. So go on the Discord, look up these people, and judge accordingly, because I know these are shitty screen grabs. So we got Rook. PF Dennis. Add option. I can only have 4 options. I can only have 4 options. Uh-oh. We can only do 4 options. Four options. Other commercial setups going. Create 3D lab, sorry. You only have 4 options. Shoot. PF Dennis. Boris is a great name. I like this setup. It's so clean. You know what? I think that this setup is cozier than this setup. So what do we got? We got Jay Hurst. Boris is a great name. PF Dennis. Merck. There we go. Those are the 4. I have spoken. Jay. There you go. Nicholas Burrow, 10. Cheers. Too embarrassed to enter. Please take my money as an apology. You don't have to apologize. Okay, 1 second here. So you'll have till 10:02 to pick. Nope, no, not that one. Nope, that one. Which one do I not have yet? Boris great name, Jay Hurst, PF Dennis. And Emmerich. Okay. There are your entries. Hide down here. Yep, 10:02. Or correction, 11:02. So you got 10 minutes from like a minute ago. Are we already there? Yeah. I'm not math. And then while you're doing that, I'm going to go through and pick the worst ones. So, because we need 4 of the worst ones. The worst ones are just going to be the sketchy ones, I think. Yep. Yep, so there's the worst ones. So let me... Okay. Maker Meraki, $5. Cheers. Bamboo background, UK, Malta, Switzerland, and Singapore have received their Kickstarter units. Oh, they're started shipping already. Nice. So, I think we're gonna end the guessing. It's looking pretty landslidey here for Emmerich. So Emmerich, I think we're gonna call it there because out of 4 entries, we got a 50% pretty much for Emmerich. 103 people have voted. There's 304 of you in chat. More people vote. Vote. 105 votes. Come on. More people vote. We'll give it to 11. Pokemon go to the polls and go vote. Is the like button working? I don't know. Can somebody double check, make sure the like button's working? Three more minutes. M setup reminds me of lo-fi chill. Yeah, it's a very chill setup. I think Boris has got the coziest setup. Jay Hurst wins for like tool shop setup, and PF Dennis just like I don't know. It was a good setup. Although his last picture was the one that sells it, which unfortunately got cut off there. Okay, so we're gonna call it there because we got 50% of the votes for Emmerich. So Emmerich, congratulations, you won. So how it's gonna work is probably after stream or in the morning. I'm kind of tired right now. You will get a DM from me on the Discord. Let me here. Let's do it on screen. You know what? I'm not gonna do it on screen. You will get a DM from me. On this and yeah, you'll win. So you'll have to fill out a form to get your Polymaker filament, and you will also have to let me know what you want from the merch store, and I would need your address to ship it. So let me get my notepad out. Emmerich. Yep, there we go. So congratulations. Congratulations, Emmerich. You win for the best setup. So it's not necessarily like the fanciest setup. It's not necessarily, you know, the like it was. I basically narrowed it down to the 4 different types. We saw a cozy setup, a workstation setup. Like it's kind of I split it down. Like I compared them to like setups, and the winner got through. That's kind of how I did it. So for the next one, the theme is jank. So, close that. Save. Okay. So let me get this next one set up. And pull. Great pull. Okay, so we got Slake 1. We've got SL Cool K. We've got Adrian. That's the bathroom setup. And then we have Dirty Prince. These are your choices. So Adrian, unfortunately, because he's got a whole album, he's the bathroom guy. For those that don't know, Adrian is the bathroom guy. SL Cool K is the IKEA. Slake is the one who needs help with wiring. And Dirty Prince is the printed printer. So there's your 4 options for the worst setups. didn't make the cut. Unfortunately, I had to trim it. It is what it is. If I was hoping to do 5, like I was literally going to just do like 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever I could narrow it down to and still be like, let the audience decide, but it's like, nope, 4 only. So I'm like, shoot. And then I'm crashing because I am exhausted right now. I think that's like the most I've talked on a stream in a while, like non-stop. Bathroom may have been staged. I can only say what I saw. Well, if you think it's staged, don't vote for it. Simple as that. It's worth it to go above 350 millimeters. If you need to print stuff that's over 350, yeah. If you don't, not worth it, in my opinion. Still have the filament. Yep, and we'll be doing the draw for the winner of the filament as well. So if you want a chance to win some Polymaker filament, link in the description, enter. We'll be doing the draw after this draw. So what are we at right now? What are we at? Oh, Slake's looking pretty good for a landslide again. So I'll leave it till 11:05, and if it looks like it's not going to change, we'll stick with what we got. Slake doesn't get the pick. He gets the Crimpin' Ain't Easy shirt. Will you do a crimping hat? I don't know. I gotta like figure out how to do the artwork because the artwork is designed for a shirt. But also because this is actually like sewn on, not all artwork works for it. Yeah, John, if you entered yesterday, you're still entered for today. Basically, we paused yesterday's stream and we're resuming it today. That was basically the plan. Adrian, the bathroom setup is real. I am printing in it. Okay. I'm not doubting you. I think it's sketchy AF, but I'm not doubting you. So yeah, looks like Slake 1 is going to win that one. We're at 41% for Slake 1. Adrian is at 28%. Dirty Prince at 25%. And SK Cool, 5%. People don't like the IKEA. It's sketch, but I think Slake's out sketches it. Because let's be honest, the other rooms were mostly just messy. Messy rooms isn't really a bad setup. It's just a messy room. These ones were like, there were things that were scuffed. IKEA's boring. I thought it was funny. Okay, so we're going to close it there. Congratulations, Slake 1. You won! You get your chance to get anything off the Only Benchy store, and then also you get some Polymaker filament. So let me write down your name here, because I'm going to have to DM you. Slake 1. So congratulations, Slake 1. 43% of the vote. So let me post in the channel. Slake 1. And Emaruak. There we go. So, Who wants to do a filament giveaway for just anyone? Anyone? Anyone want to do a filament giveaway? You guys like filament giveaways? Let's do some filament giveaways. Okay, so every stream we give away a spool of Polymaker filament. And this stream is no different. So, if you have not entered, you can try again Tuesday. But close it down now. We get basically to the end of stream to enter. So, got 900 something entries. Oof, that's a lot of people. I'm exhausted. I can't believe how tired I am right now. Go. There's a lot of people's names to copy. Holy shit. There we go. Got that, got that, got that. Now we wait for Google Chrome to unfreeze. I'm copying all the names in it. Ugh. There we go. Okay. So, you got to pick between 4 winners twice. So I need a number between 1 and 8. Somebody give me a number between 1 and 8. 1 and 8. 1 and 8. 1. Pick, shuffle once. Round and round it goes. Where it stops, some random computer algorithm probably already knows. And the winner of the filament, JP3D. Congratulations. You will get an email from me once the stream ends. Fill out the form and get yourself some filament. You entered right at the last minute too. You're lucky. Actually, no, you entered a couple minutes ago. You're good. Okay. That information. Okay, sweet. Okay, I am absolutely exhausted. We're gonna end the stream there. Got everyone's information. We're good there. We're good there. I gotta send some text after the stream ends, but we're good. Sweet. There we go. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the stream. This was fun. I'm going to be doing more stuff like this in the future. Every month, I'm going to try and do a community-centric stream. Where obviously this month we rated your printer setups. Next month, who knows? I'm thinking maybe just print a benchy, but you got to impress me printing a benchy or something like that. We'll figure out. We'll do. I want these challenges that anyone has a chance of winning, not, you know, oh, whoever can print the best benchy, because whoever has the best machine can do that. I want these challenges to be something that anyone can technically have a chance of winning, regardless of what you have. Obviously, this was kind of biased because if you had a cooler setup, because you have more money, you kind of had a better chance. But it is what it is. So, defrost your breads. I don't know if I'm going to do... Actually, I don't have any bread because we're not buying any groceries because we're going on vacation in a week. Who has the cleanest shop? No. I'm not having everyone... Oh, I could do that and make everyone clean their shop. So yeah, so we'll figure out something for next month's stream. I hope you enjoyed the stream today. Congratulations to the winners for the best setup, English, best setup, worst setup, and the giveaway of the Polymaker filament. So shout out to Polymaker for donating those 3 spools of filament that we gave away. If you haven't had a chance, check out the Only Benchy store, ! Merch in chat, because the winners get to pick something from that store and rep the Only Benchy swag. Who owns the most Only Benchy or Nero 3D merch? Oh, that might benefit me a bit. But yeah, that was fun. We'll do something like this again. I will see you all Tuesday. I don't know what we're going to be doing yet. Probably the Frusa, the Nada Prusa Mini and the 3D Chameleon. We might do that. I don't know. There's a bunch of... I'll figure something out to do Tuesday. I got to clean up this mess. But yeah, so for everyone who donated to the stream, became members of the channel, or gifted memberships, I thank you. I would not be able to do what I do, create the content I create, without your continued support. You make this all possible. Shout out to Polymaker. Congrats to the winners. For those that who just enjoyed the show, hope you enjoyed the stream tonight. Saturday night. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you Tuesday. Cheers.